Ada
I'll
might
say-
be the silliest character that has ever been written by Kishimoto.
Who is?
Ada, the fucking
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. No, what do you mean? It's just the legendary hero retcon
Yeah.
from
Favorite
Rick and
character,
Morty.
Deep Rock Galactic Road.
I don't know. I hated the end of that arc. I think it's kind of sick, but I also kind of hate it. Like
It's because it's one of those things where you
I
get
hated
enough
everything that
info-
happened in the last like 4 chapters of that.
Yeah,
Because it was like, because right before they left the fucking, I'm just gonna call it the Shadow Realm. Like I hated that. Not the thing that happened with the one character, but the thing that happened with the other character.
yeah.
They did our boy dirty, man. They did our boy so dirty. Wait, can we hit him at all?
No.
Okay. I don't want to take 12 damage.
Hi guys.
Yeah, I don't, Borch is fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It is fine.
We're live.
Oh, it's me.
More than half this call is currently in the middle of a Slay the Spire run, so that'll be
we're not.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, don't worry about it.
yeah, that'll be fun. But we're back. I make sure I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, did I do everything? Is anything wrong? Did I not get? Do I have everything done? I think everything's good. But we're back for that needs to be bigger though. That's not. There we go. Topic intro bigger. Welcome back to week 4. We have watched episode 7s of our 7 shows. Our PR ranking split this week. In case you wanted your PR to look worse than it does, is a 3-4 split. So it's top 3,
sense.
bottom 4. That's definitely how these shows should be grouped at all. That's definitely how any power ranking was definitely suitable for this week of the podcast, and the next week of the podcast, and the week after that. We all had fun, right? Everybody enjoyed their power rankings this week. There was
On another note, I
Yeah.
also really like cock and ball.
Thank you, Michael.
I definitely
No,
did
no.
not send the exact message to Sean of my power ranking followed by God, I hate that I typed that out. It's right, but I hate it.
No. Let's talk
Definitely
about
did not.
Austin being a greedy bastard and not taking the one, having the trinket that gives him a potion every round and not taking the benefit for playing a potion every turn.
No, it's fine.
Go.
Don't worry about
But-
it. Yeah, I don't know. This is like the power rankings are getting harder and harder to make.
It's gonna be.
Not
This
gonna-
is gonna be. This is the one time where
Dude, it's
I'm
so
gonna
hard.
go. We're gonna get to the end of the season. I'm gonna go. So guys, the stat array. We're gonna go, dude. Don't even.
How many
dude,
shows were in top 3?
almost,
7?
almost all of them.
I just watched this all take regret.
It's gonna be fun.
Dude, there's so many shows that
There's-
are good this season. It's
I-
actually like just not fair.
I think
Yeah,
I think
like-
there has been like
Because I think this
One or
entire top
two?
7 has been in top 3 in some capacity.
probably.
I think was second prettiest ever in a top 3.
maybe.
It might have been in
No.
like
No,
someone's
no.
week 1.
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
I think Mao topped at like a 5 or a 4. I don't think of Mao hit top 3.
I think the same.
Oh
is
no,
for
Mao had a really good episode though.
I think
don't know. That
Snowball's.
was weird.
I think Snowball's the same. Where it,
Yeah,
I
I think
don't
Snowball-
think Mason
Mason had
put
it
it
at, like,
quite
4.
that
No, I
high.
had
one.
it 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Aaron, I don't think went above a 10.
That sounds right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I want to say it was 11 for everyone but Mason week 1, because Mason had a second prettiest girl at 11.
I
My
won't.
goat.
I won't spoil anything.
what? Faye-
Obviously.
Now, talking about second prettiest girl, I am fully caught up on that now. So past the episode
It's pretty
7
good, right? It's
lockout.
pretty good.
It's solid. I legitimately I do enjoy a lot of the stuff we've gotten with
Yeah.
him and
Hey,
his
give me the
family
serotonin,
recently.
bro.
Because you don't get serotonin anymore. It's all downhill.
What?
7 onwards is just sad boy hours.
What? No. He's still got cute girlfriend. It's fine.
Yeah, and also divorced parents.
Listen, you want all sad time. We'll get to Agents of Spring later.
No, we've happy time for like 90% of the episode.
Yeah,
We
talk,
did?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Look, this was a bombshell of an episode for that. For that
It
show.
really was.
as I said to Michael, we'll get to
Really
it.
blew
But
me away.
we'll talk about it. But as I said to Michael, fucking hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby, the
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
No.
It's fine. It's all fine. I mean, yeah. Let's get this week's power ranking up. I guess we'll all go get to stare at this. There are bolds, believe it or not.
Makes sense.
What?
People have opinions.
Bam. There you go. Have that.
13 week.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, this is fair.
Yeah.
And by there are bolds, I mean it's me and
Fair.
Austin.
Austin, why do you hate weddings?
Because I'm single.
Guess we're not invited. Yeah, this is kind of what I thought, honestly. But
There's notoriously a show that is. There's a show that probably got the worst draft this week out of every of the shows on this podcast because collectively it probably doesn't deserve to be where it is on 80% of our list, but it certainly is the start of an arc, and
Yeah, I don't think the show's going this week, but boy is it at 3 people's number 6 and 1 people's number 5.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. We'll talk about it. Hey, maybe we'll all agree to just not vote a show off this week. That's doable, right?
Yeah, man, it's definitely gonna
Do
happen.
we all feel that way?
Look, I would like to not vote a show off.
Why?
This week,
Why do you
but
say
that's-
that, Mason? What about what makes you want to say that in particular?
It's like, yeah, I don't wanna
no
vote anything off
reason.
anyway. Puts a vote on a different show.
Look, if we agree,
Right
I
under our
wouldn't do
nose.
it.
I mean, John, if you want, we might as well just dive right into this.
yeah, absolutely. So this episode of Witch Hat, it's not raining anymore. It's pouring. And we're in a hurry. We're like, we gotta go save the carriage. Jim saved the kids. And so we're running out of the house. And then Agate goes, "No, take me with you." And he goes, "No. Now there's a time and place for this. No." And they go, "No, you see, I have to go now," is what Agate stresses. And so they finally he caves because I can't say his name. Someone help me.
Review.
He says, "Fine, you can ride with me. I'll set up the portal. You guys come through the portal, and we'll make it a whole friend gathering. Everyone gets to come along." And all the other apprentices are like, "Yippee! We're coming too." And so what we find is that the carriage has collapsed underneath the bridge. Somehow all of the important adults, except for two people, got trapped in the carriage at the bottom of the serene. And to which our two main guys, Orugulo and Kifri, do most of the hard lifting. They basically go, "Here's some rings, Agate. Go dry off the villagers. We'll let the adults take care of it." Which makes Agate a little sad. And to which the way they decide to take care of it is he fucking pulls out the fucking water bending Moses sword and jumps into the river and just
So
slits the
cool.
sea. It's fucking sick as hell because he fucking hates water. He's literally getting splashed and he goes, "Fucking gotta get wet from water now. This is bullshit. Fuck the church. Here's 95 reasons why." But they end up saving the young child and the other adult who were trapped in there as Rugolo carries them out. They fly up, they dap each other up like, "Job well done." And then, like any stupid child ever, the two adults go downstream to kind of make sure everything's okay, leaving Agate with Coco because they're the only ones that don't have flying boots because, again, she does so much work, but she doesn't fix her own fucking shoes for some reason. And so they're left behind. The one dumbass kid that they just saved decides, "Ooh, you know it'd be a really good idea, guys, if I went back down the cliff to get this one loot that's at the bottom of it." Triggers like a slight landslide into the lake. A giant boulder comes down. Coco falls down too. The boulder we all thought was crushing the child was not, but we'll get to that. But the one child is knocked out. Coco's down there as well, like hanging on to a rock. And it's like, "It's muddy. I need help." To which She really didn't. She just kind of got up on her own, as it turns out. In which they decide, okay, we need to use magic to save it. The villagers are like, "You guys are wizards too, please! You guys are witches, please help us! Please save my son!" Which is a lot of pressure to put on a child. However, the plan was to use the beam of light, which again you can't cast obviously in front of them because you can't show them the writing part of it. So the plan was, oh, I'll just use the beam of light to try to get our allies back. In which Coco, who has a better idea because she's the fucking smart one apparently, decides, oh, I can't levitate this rock. The magic I make will not be strong enough to levitate this rock. I can't do it well enough. So I will just break the rock into dust and then levitate my cloak and carry the kid out. And through that, they do actually save the child again here. Meanwhile, we get a cut to the Wizard Council of High Good, wink. The Wizard Police, who are like, hey, there's some shit going on over in this area. We should go take a look. It looked like a giant explosion of water. And so after saving the child, they come back up and get tied up by the magic police, who goes, which one of you did that? And you see the entire river is just eroding into sand because there's definitely not a spooky, mysterious eye mage hiding in her hat. That's not relevant at all.
Nah.
To which Coco, being the smart one, goes, huh, my magic couldn't do that. And they go, so it was your magic. So you did do it. And does not give them any time to explain, doesn't give any chance to ration out what was happening or who they are or who they're affiliated with or any of this stuff. And it just goes straight to time to remove your memories with spooky grabby hands device. That's kind of where we leave off. At a big cliffhanger. But what'd you guys think of this week? It was a lot happening. Show's still pretty as hell.
Yeah,
It was great.
I really like the idea that our solution here is with the setup that the only way you can cast being you have to hide it in your coat. And one, Coco has never been taught this and is taught that that's even the rule. And also,
She knows they can't show
fucking do
magic.
that.
She knows that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
But-
the idea that the rule is to cast it, you have to do it in your coat.
You have to do it by memory because otherwise,
Yeah.
how else are you going to do it?
Yeah, and I really like the Agat makes a distraction to pull everyone's attention away. It's really
Yeah.
it's really neat.
She does try to
Very
play it
clever
off.
use of space.
She does try to play it off like the original intention is to get everybody back. I don't think that's the case. I do truly.
No,
it
absolutely
seems
was
very
also to pull
apparent.
people's attention.
I think that's the core
It was a bit
reason
of
she
both.
does it.
It was definitely a bit of both. It's definitely to draw attention away from Coco and hope Coco can solve it. But also, if she can't, it is a
Yeah.
beam of light to draw attention back.
Yeah.
Which obviously is probably going to get Keyfree back to stop Coco
Yeah,
from
to
getting
go to
fucking
get
mind
Keyfree
wiped.
and old Rugia to go, oh, something's happening over there.
And the big thing too is the fact that what was I gonna think of? It's the fact that it's very interesting that they jump immediately to conclusions that you clearly must be with these ones. We should just wipe your memories and not ask you any questions about it. We
Well,
shouldn't
yeah.
we shouldn't interrogate you. We shouldn't figure out how you learn this magic. We shouldn't figure out we should just immediately mind wipe you and make you useless.
Well, yeah,
to
absolutely not.
us.
It was stated to us
That
they
makes
have
too
a-
much sense.
They have a zero tolerance policy for forbidden magic. They do not care if they're
Yes.
wrong.
But the zero tolerance policy isn't my issue. It's the fact that why aren't we hey, are we not going to try to catch the brim caps? Do we not care
No, they
about
don't
this?
care.
I think they're under the impression that I truly think it is a matter of they probably just believe they're uncatchable. Who knows how they dish out information like this? They might not ever make any physical contact that it is helpful to talk to the person about it, right? I don't think we know enough yet about how the brim caps operate to know if this kind of rash judgment is founded on anything or not. You could be right. This could just be the worst decision ever, or they've done this enough times where asking questions isn't going to help them, right? And so they're
Or asking questions gives the enemy enough time to draw a circle and delete you from
True.
existence 15 times.
Yeah,
true.
that is always certainly a concern.
It's a reasonable concern. It's just to me, it's it seems a little bit
Oh yes,
hey guys, do we not want to
you're definitely
figure
not
it out
supposed.
first?
You're definitely supposed to have an immediate gut wrench these guys suck reaction to them showing up.
It's like, whoa, aren't we a little quick on this guy?
Teacher, you forgot the homework kind of energy coming from these fuckers. Hard.
And it's also because this is a group that, up to this point, Kifri has very vehemently been like, do not let this group know anything about what has been happening here, because that is bad.
Yeah.
They certainly are cops.
We once
We
again...
certainly are. We certainly are cops showing up to harass witches that just saved people. Definitely not going to be suspicious of magic after this one.
To be fair, they did
wonder
also
why.
create a very large ecological disaster.
Joe?
We don't know that.
The river
literally
is
showed up and went,
disappearing.
Clearly,
The
it must have
river-
been you, the two witches that are here, and not someone powerful enough to cast a spell like this.
Okay,
I
but
think
do
it's
you...
like-
Well, so the idea is that even if it wasn't Coco to them, Coco was the one down there when the magic was cast. And also, Coco then flat out admits, I was casting that spell, but I did a small one. Why did it destroy an entire riverbank? Which means that she's either being manipulated by a brimmed cap, or there's a brimmed cap somewhere working with her, even if it's unknown to Coco. Which then makes no sense why we're removing Coco's memory, but that they don't worry about that.
Do you guys think the brim cap is going to save Coco or Keyfree?
Keyfree.
I think
I imagine it's going to be Keyfree or Ulrugio.
Can you answer this question, Austin? You
It's
know
gonna
the
be
answer,
Ulrugio.
don't you?
No, I don't.
No,
Oh, why did
this is
I
as
thought
far
you
as I got.
read Oh, okay.
This is as far as I
So-
got. Yeah.
Mason, you can't
I-
answer that question.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to.
I honestly don't remember. This is like
I imagine this is pretty early.
They
this
just might
is,
went
I
Coco
think,
and we actually
like,
just restart.
chapter. I want to say this is like in the teens,
Probably.
and like
Maybe or super early 20.
yeah, and I'm in like the 90s,
It's been a while.
and this is like a monthly release.
Oh, it's a
So-
monthly? No, we're fucking.
Yeah, Michael, this
we're
is you with
nowhere.
Akane. Except it's not. Except Akane's not monthly, but it's essentially feels like that for you with the way that it's been. How long you've been reading this goddamn manga? It's a very good episode. I really like it. We get a little bit of a got stuff, about her mother, and expectations. She looks a lot like Coco in the flashback. Like, there is an element to, like, how she's, like, her character is designed with, like, how fluffy she is, and, like, there's just some element about where, like, I saw her, like, with her hair unraveled and fluffy. I'm like, she's very similar to Coco, or feels similar to Coco, and I don't know how intentional that is. Trauma.
Trauma.
Yeah, we finally did it. I got our trauma.
It is really funny to have Coco go, look at me do this amazing thing, and then everyone go, okay, what the fuck was that about? Can you save the child under the boulder, please?
So this has nothing to do with the episode, but it's something that I remember that I really enjoy. I just love the fact that the students are all printer ink. They're cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, and I just enjoy that.
Yeah. They
Yeah, I
are.
guess they fucking are.
Yeah.
See, like, in my head, I read a Got's hair more as purple, but like, it's also
Yeah,
like
it's
by with like purple under. The, like,
Yeah, it's like
whatever,
on the underside, not
Yeah.
the like
a
main color.
pearlescent.
Yeah.
I think this episode's like it's a very good like callback to the various elements of the past couple episodes, like tying in the end of
Yeah.
the previous arc and
Mm.
the transition episode into this episode. And I mean, we're gonna get more. This is also and the episode does a really good job of serving as like both a the end of a mini arc and a transition all in one. And the way that it ties it all together is just really, really cool. And in addition, this is completely separate. I think it's like really funny how like Agate and Coco are just like talking, and they just don't notice that for like the longest time that like, oh, their entire riverbank is now a sandbed. Congrats.
Nobody said a goddamn thing to these two girls.
No one said they were off in their own world, sort of making up and stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's the fucking Sleeping Bear sand dunes."
I also really like just the Kiefer gets out of the water, immediately shows off his cool magic sword to his apprentices in front of all these other people. Like, I know they're out of earshot. I know, like, they're with the kids who have been saved. But it's really funny for them to be like, and on my sword are runes
I will say,
etched."
no, I do like that he stage whispers it though. You can tell like
I
in
guess.
in the speech, like it is like a stage whisper where it's like it's definitely a softer tone than like how he is speaking. And also you have rain and rushing rapids and stuff like that. And like
It's just-
also like what's the worst thing they can do? Just wipe the mines, bro. Just like just gone. It's fine.
Now you sound like the magic police.
Just little bippity boppity boosh, you know. Why are we even here? Are you my son? I don't know who you are.
Hey guys, look at this neat flashlight.
I do love the part where Coco goes, maybe I can save my mom. Cuts to immediate river getting destroyed, and I'm just like, nope, she's done. But oh man, yeah, episode good, show pretty.
Yeah.
They do magic. They do be writing.
Austin.
They do be scribbling.
Akane.
Yeah.
Akane. So it's the start of the Karaku Cup, and we get a tiny little spotlight on two new characters. We have Hikaru, who is a voice actress who's like kind of jumping into the world of Rakugo, and she's got a bit of a chip on her shoulder. And we also have Karashi, who is the two-time defending winner of the Karaku Cup, who also has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. And they're all gathering and meeting up in like the lobby. And surprise, the judge is Kaisei, who we saw all the way back in, what was it, episode 2, 3? Don't remember which. And he's like, oh, and he's like, he takes interest, and it's like framed as if he's gonna show interest to like the voice actress, but then he's like just starts yapping away with Akane, and everyone's like, who the fuck is this girl? Iwa Sensei and all of her Rakugo like seniors all show up and listen, and Akane starts with she does her performance of Jukumo, and she's kind of every time that she goes through the name, she just like amps up the pace a little bit, and the notes by her competition is like, well, it was good and she is talented, but it's like but like Jukumo is like baby food. It's like they likened it to
special.
yeah, it's nothing special, and they likened it to like, well, it's a famous singer, but he's singing like a nursery rhyme or a children's song. It's like it just doesn't hit the same. So I'm not really concerned about this girl, right? She passes the prelim, and she goes back and she forgot something in the dressing room. She sees the voice actress, whose name I'll continuously forget, Hikaru, talking in her Fukuoka accent when she was trying to play off as like a city girl, and they start like sort of chumming it up, and then there's like the slide where she's like, "Man, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of this girl in Rakugo." Her being the voice Hikaru wants to like beat Akane, but like not really liking her all like terribly much. But she makes it through the prelim, and we move on through the Karaku Cup. It's a decent episode. We get like a little bit more another performance of Jugumo and introduction of new characters. A bit slower nonetheless.
Yeah, tournament arc. Tournament arc starting.
Tournament arc is indeed starting.
I hope we get to see some of the other performances than just her.
We haven't gotten too much with these two. These two rule though. I'm just gonna I'll let you know right now. These two rule. I think you can kind of sense it, the tension that exists between them already. This set of 3 characters might be my favorite rivalry in like all of shonen I've read. I love these 3.
It's very good. I love
Hikaru's like
Dip-
Hikaru's at this point in the story, Hikaru's like really, you could tell Hikaru's in it in terms of wanting to beat Akane. Karashi doesn't give a fuck.
Crush is just like,
Crush is
whatever,
like-
I'm gonna win
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna win. There's no problem.
I'm just gonna
It's fine.
3P. It's just the easiest shit in the
And
world.
we also got like
like,
the inkling
honestly.
of what his
Some
Rakugo
nerf.
style is when he hits the just telling all these boring old stories. That ain't gonna get you nowhere in Rakugo.
This shit's boring. It's boring. We gotta spice it up. No, these characters are great. I'm excited to see like the other Rakugo that we get here because it's just like, I don't know any of these stories really. Even the well-known ones, like it's all like pretty new, and I get really into sports shows to begin with. I love Chihaya Furu. I keep saying like this is like Chihaya Furu, but more like, like I don't know how to say it, like because it's not like shonen coded. Like it's just kind of just like character-driven storytelling.
Mhm.
Because it's like not quite a drama because like yes, like the first episode was dramatic, but like it's not like that was the only like thing about it, I guess, if that makes sense. Like it's like very like just all over genre right now.
Yeah, this
Where it's like-
this manga and anime is a very hard
Yeah, I
thing
don't know
to
what to
pin
call
down
it.
the genre for. Besides like it's a performing arts show. For sure.
it's a drama nerd show is what it is, but
And like also a sports show kind of.
For
What the fuck?
for
but
context,
it's like less of a sports show than like Chihaya Furu, which is like basically it's a sports anime with a rom-com subplot. Not even rom-com, it's just like romance drama subplot.
It's
Whereas
like
this one is like kind of like a niche hobby sport. But you go ahead, Austin.
what's it? Is it? Has anyone watched Review Starlight Kageki Shoujo? I want to know how like similar they
I keep
feel.
getting told I need to watch Kigeki Shoujo. and I
it's
just
very
never
good.
have.
We need to finish it.
Mason didn't finish it. Yeah. We
Yeah.
got very close to it. I love Kageki Shoujo.
It's great.
It's a different.
It's really
It is much more. It is very much drama.
Yeah.
There are a lot of characters who have very serious backstories.
The baseball episode
It shares-
fucked me up.
It shares a
Baseball.
it shares a lot with
Monkey baseball.
Oshinoko in that it is a
Baseball.
very much a commentary on the industry it is focused on, which is like high performing arts theater, like for kids going through private educations for it, right? Like you see the dark side of what that's like for those kids, and like it's very good. But also like there's a weird element of that is like that main character is very bubbly and is like that's like they are a character. I would almost argue the main character of Kageki Shoujo almost doesn't feel like a real person sometimes. Akane feels
Yeah.
Akane's very much like a real.
Akane's just one of
you
the
could meet
boys, you
her.
know what I mean? Like she's just so chill.
Yeah,
Like Akane is such a good character. It's a character-driven like show, of course, but like she does it so well, and like
I think
outside of just like her performances, right?
I think these characters all feel very like
yes.
they feel very real in that like you don't realize that they're an anime character. Like we haven't hit a character who you're like, oh, you're this trope of a character, because they're all just kind of people.
Mm.
Good way
Which
to put
is a little like
Okay.
I think Chihaya Furu is very similar from the bit of it I remember, where like they also largely just feel like people.
Yeah, they're just people, but like it's because they're people that like is what makes like the romance and the drama part of it like very
Yeah.
interesting. Whereas in this one, like there's not like romance or like
Nope.
drama to say. It's just kind of just like it's just going. But like I said, like Akane is just such a great main character that it just like the story the world that she is in revolves around her as it should, is what it feels like when you watch this show.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, no, she is the main character and she demands the attention because she is just such a great character. And like so, I'm just really excited to see like the other Rakugo because I want to see what the other like avenues there are, right? Because right now we've only really seen we've seen Akane and some of her other fellow apprentices, but we haven't seen like other amateurs or other people that are in the field that like have like a truly different style, right?
It is really important to note we've only seen people from the Arakawa school.
From her school, yeah. Exactly. And so it's like, what does an amateur learn on their own? Like, what do other people choose to do? Like, what are some of the other stories, right? Because like I think the cool thing would be to like have like a story repeat in like a different form, right? Because like that's the cool part about it. I'm gonna guess that's exactly what happens by your reaction.
Context. There is a story that you get a lot in this manga, and Michael and I are currently the most current thing right now in the manga is that is exactly what is going on. It is a performance where two people are performing the exact same story, one right after the other. It is also the most rad fucking thing ever. This arc rules. Correct. It is really fucked to do.
Seeing the Juguma story, which we didn't have this one before, right? This is new.
No, we haven't gotten this one. Like,
well, we saw her
got her
for
doing it
the
in the park.
senpai, yeah.
They explained the story to you last episode.
It's very interesting that like it's very clear like the people who are experienced are like, yeah, no, she's just kind of flexing her like vocab skills at this point to get into the next phase, but like what is she gonna do with this like basic bitch ass story, right? Where it's like this is just like baby's first Rakugo that's like, hey, I can say word fast. But like, where do you go from there? Is like kind of the big question, right?
Yeah.
Her trick here is that because she has to perform the same thing twice, she's cheesing it the first one by brute forcing with technical skill before like going, okay, I need to actually like do something with this story to try to actually win it here.
I need to impress Douche Magoosh so I can go talk to him.
By the way, for reference, I believe, and correct me, Mike, if I'm wrong, Akane's 17 right now, right?
Yes.
That sounds right.
So,
that makes sense, given the...
Just so that you know, Kaisei is 18. Which they mentioned this episode that he is young. And then...
No, I believe he was in high school.
Yeah. Hikaru is 19. And then, our boy, Karashi, is 22. He is a college student. Which also reflects he essentially does say a line where he's like, this is high schoolers coming to play, essentially, is kind of what he says at some point. Like, he's not really worried about anything.
Amateurs. Actually...
And if you want to know how old these old fuckers are, this is about, I don't have these for sure. Shiguma, which is her master, is about 72. And Isho's about 74. They're old as fuck men.
Hey, back when they were young, this was the hip sport.
I know who this character is. This is crazy. I'm looking at a list of the character ages. There's a fucking person on this list who's 94. I know who this is because there's only one character in the story who looks 94. But
I should imagine that performing Jugumu is just like the slowest fucking like molasses ass performance. Jugumu no. Poppity.
We do get the little bit here that I also really like, which is, her teacher is here. She's having a great time. She thinks she's doing wonderful, and she's like, "Is your dad gonna be here?"
That guy does look like he's 94, huh?
Yeah, he does. I'm not gonna send you that in case we get that this season. You could all just go, "Oh, that's the dude who's 94" if he pops up. But I had to remind Michael who it was. But I do really like Mikaru being like, yeah, so about her dad, everybody else who knows Rakugo knows exactly what I'm about to tell you, so it's only fair if I let you in about why she's doing this competition.
Oh yeah, that's right, we're telling the teacher.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, Master Arakawa kind of ruined her family's life, but like that's fine, you know, it's cool. It's
Just a nice
No,
Yeah, he got
regular sit
real
down.
popular off of it though.
she's really just like here. She's like, I just want to ask a question. I just got a question. You know, just a simple question. What could it be? Master Arakawa, why do you hate people?
Why are you the worst?
Why are you a dick?
Mr. Arakawa, why do you find joy in ruining lives?
Just imagine no additional context. She just sits down and goes, "My dad died because of you."
Master Arakawa, how far is that stick shoved up your ass?
Once again, I have to praise the manga of this show for Isho walks out of any vehicle and the immense amount of aura that radiates off this fucker is insane.
True.
Like, they did it the first time, and then they didn't have to do it this time. He steps out of the vehicle, you're like, dude,
Fucking overtaken from
What
what
are
he
we
starts
doing?
playing. Fucking. Burr, burr, burr. Burr, 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 burr. I just hope like it'd be so funny to me that he's at this like college, high school level competition. He's like, I just want to help out the youth and make a draw more attention. And then like first person performance like dog shit. Quit. Go find a day job.
there's a reason this man was not here for
Wow,
the
wow, you should just drop this hobby, brother. You are terrible.
There's a reason this man was not here for the preliminaries. So they were like, "You're only showing up for top 8."
Right.
Mr. Isho, what are your thoughts of this top 8 performer? Why do you breathe the same air as me?
You're a waste of space on this planet.
Wow, you know how like Jugumu died in the historical tales? Your parents should have dropped you in a river.
I wish your name was that long so you too could drown.
Where's your name, son? Too short. Go drown in a river.
Holy fuck.
Mason, let's talk about Daemons.
Yeah. So Daemons this week, we get the explanation of what happened to Asa, where she got killed by a Higashi assassin at one point and showed up in the skull world that had a tree in it. And she meets Break and basically gets told, hi, I'm the spirit Break, or the Daemon Break, excuse me. You can either die or you can contract with me. Those are your options.
Would
And
you like to
Asa's
die or kind of die?
I'll take the contract. I am thou.
Like-
Thou art I.
Like, you're already
And-
dead, but
And she also, Break also calls Asa on. Asa's first reaction is, wait, so am I in hell? And Break goes, no, but like, why was that your first reaction? What have you done? Like, bro,
Kinda-
are you okay?
kind of fucked up that you assumed.
Right?
Send you there?
Like,
Should
this
you
is
go to
my
hell?
home. And then Asa is like, hey, has my brother come through here? And Break's like, I don't know, bro.
That's not how
That's
that
not
works.
that's not my purview. If he dies, he goes to see Seal.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
By the way.
Maybe. Yeah, we get into that. And then we get out of this like flashback of Asa waking up and just killing a man, or two people actually.
Oh, people.
And we hear that Dara has shown up to the Kagomori estate, and they end up bringing. Yuru suggests bringing him in so that he can get kind of both sides' views at the same time. Dara gets brought in by a family car with the head of the estate, and Yuru can immediately tell that both Jean and the head of the estate want to kill Dara. Just so much bloodlust oozing off of them. And then we get a flashback of, or we actually got this at the beginning of the episode, but we get a flashback of Yuru as a kid with his dad on his first hunt, where a bandit came along and tried to kill Yuru. and you fucking killed that guy at like 8.
Well, he stabbed him.
Yeah. I mean,
I think the arrow through the neck his dad shot might have killed him a little more than the one knife wound he got from Yuru. But the point,
I didn't see the arrow.
yeah,
personally,
his
but
dad shoots him in the neck with an arrow.
Fair.
But Yuru does
But,
stab him. That is true.
Yeah. And Yuru asks his dad, "Dad, what's this feeling?" And his dad goes, "Bloodlust, son. Never forget it."
Crazy sentence.
His dad's insane. But yeah, Yuru potentially may have killed a guy. Or at the very least, he thinks he killed someone.
I mean,
probably.
who's to say? I mean, you know, it's fine.
But trying to think of what else happens.
That's most of the episode.
Yeah. It's a lot of just like we cover a lot of like background info and
Yeah.
like why people are the way they are, which honestly I appreciate quite a bit because the show liked to just kind of keep going with its action and not fully explain its concepts quite yet.
It's a good episode. I have nothing against this show.
Yeah.
Good
I
show, but I'm
also
not stabbing Akane-Banashi, I can tell you that much. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah.
and we'll talk about Ramparts, so I'm not stabbing Ramparts.
No, I'm not stabbing Ramparts. But we'll get to there. But
There's
like,
room for
yeah,
discussion.
like I said, it's a good show.
It's just, I think
Unfortunate
like
timing, unfortunate season, I feel like.
I also think about it while like this is kind of like a classic of like there are certain shows that you know are really good that you've watched from a long time ago. Would they cut it on or format of a podcast? And the question, and sometimes I always go, no, I don't think like Naruto would not make it through this podcast. Like
no.
like
God no.
Academy arc Naruto ain't no
Okay, but like if
way
we started with
can do
Chunin
this.
arc, if we started with the Chunin arc, I think it could make it.
Even then,
like maybe the
kind of doubtful.
it's like DB's, it's like Dragon Ball Z. Like it takes too long to get through a fight in those
Mhm.
shows. This isn't the
fair.
same thing necessarily, but this is like it's a slower build into a really massive story that you have to lay the groundwork for.
No, I think it would
It's
be interesting.
also starting as a 2 core.
Yeah.
I think what would be interesting too is if it was made in today's timeline, how it would change too. Because like for example, like I've heard the Toei remake of One Piece is like vastly like better paced, I think. And so it's like, or like the remake they're doing of One Piece. So it's like,
But even then, the question will be like, what
I
are
think
you
it
going
helps
to
a ton,
get
but-
in the first? Because like are the first
for
3
sure.
strong enough to get you through the first week? Is the most important question, and then are your next 3 stronger than the rest of your competition? And that's
So
the
that's
rough
the
part
tough
is that
part.
this
Yeah.
season's insane. Like we
Mhm.
like we have some seasons where like we have some seasons before where like we could have had this happen, but we didn't pick every single banger possible, right? Like there have been seasons where we've missed stuff that definitely would have made it harder. Like I'm even trying to think. I'm trying to think of pacing for original Brotherhood. Well, for Brotherhood, and I'm like, you get Lior pretty fast. Like I think you get it in the first 4 or 5 episodes, which is there might be
but, like,
enough.
what makes those shows
There might be
so
enough.
good is that you could just binge them.
Yeah, but like there might have been enough mystery in Brotherhood in its beginning run that it would definitely lend itself enough to like stay. But like original has that it's very dark, right? That sets it apart.
Mhm.
This doesn't. To me, I feel like the most interesting thing about this show is Yuru himself, because I think he's a very interesting main character. I actually really like him. And like the power system, and we just haven't dabbled enough, I think, in either to have me more hooked than other things we have here.
No,
Like, I'm really interested in what could come from the clash of the village group
Yes.
and the group and this family. Can't think of
I
the
agree.
name off my- but
The
Kagemori
I think
family.
these, the Kagemori family. I think and Higashi Village. I think these are like there's a lot that could be really cool here. We just need to get to it, and can we give the show the time to get to? And I don't know if we're even gonna get that within these 12. Like obviously, right now we have Deta showing up, and we have the
right?
bloodlust visual
Two-core,
between
yeah.
Deta and the other.
Yeah, it's still like just a ton of world building, and I think it's gonna be stuck in that for
Like-
unfortunately the first 12.
What are other
Because
two
this was
cores?
a manga that I imagine was created with the intent of being long.
Yeah, you have that
It
luxury.
wasn't like this wasn't something made into the harsh environment of Shonen Jump, where if by your first 10 you aren't like in the top 5 things running in Jump, you're getting axed.
Yeah. You're also like a pre-established author who had a mega hit. Like, you don't have to really worry. Not that that's always the case. Sometimes you still have to worry. But again, like I'm trying to think of other two cores. Like most recent memory, To Be Hero. But like To Be Hero was very different. It was like an arc-based show, so you were getting massive hits out of it right away because you were wrapping an arc, right?
Yeah.
Like Lord of Mysteries kind of had this problem too, where it was kind of a 2-core, I think, right? In my head,
remember.
I want to feel like it was longer, but maybe I'm wrong. God, what else was 2-core that's been on the podcast?
We had Orb. We had
Orb.
technically
but again-
Blue Bug.
Yeah,
But again, Orb was
Orb and
doing
Blue Box.
character arcs. Blue Box had an unfair advantage. It's a romance.
It's also
Yeah,
peak.
and also
Sure.
Blue Box is a thing made in modern Shonen Jump,
So it's
where
fast.
it is designed to have constant hits of plot moments, because that's how that magazine needs to be.
Also, it had the benefit of having like 20-page chapters too. Like it had some long chapters that were pretty like dense at times. I think also helped a little bit there. But no, like I said, let me touch on though. Like the season's just been stacked. Like even like last week, like Second Prettiest Girlfriend is a show that could have been like borderline top 3 in some of the seasons we've had.
Michael's
And just like
Michael's
it's just
enjoying it.
It's tough sledding. I'm enjoying it too. I said, I love a good trashy, like half trash rom com. It's just unfortunate that it's competing with other like S tier shows this season. Honestly, is what it comes down to. But so no issue with the demon. It just heads up at the bottom because, bro, like what do you want us to do? Vote off Akane-Banashi or like?
I will say Break's design is much simpler than I thought we would get.
Yeah.
The area is really cool. It also
Yeah.
oozes Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
you're,
other side of the door
you're
type
in
shit.
between the
Yeah.
life and death, hey?
Wow, let me just ham fist it right in there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is that an FMA reference?
I do wonder how long / if ever we're gonna get like a death for him to meet and get sealed, or if that's just like never gonna happen. It's always gonna be like sitting in the. It could happen.
He does seem
Maybe.
strong enough that he doesn't need
I
it,
don't know.
right? Like I feel like
Yeah.
I almost feel like this. We would need to know more about what Seal exactly does to know like is there a benefit for him to ever like take the risk to die and get it. I feel like that would be in my head. That's what I imagine this manga does. Is it does that where it's like
Yeah, it's like he needs
he
to
needs
do it
it to get out of something.
It's
Yeah.
like Harry Potter. He has to die to kill Voldemort's last Horcrux. The boy who lived. Come to die. Oh
fucking
no, you haven't
Half-Blood
heard
Prince
of
I
the
think
Deathly
that one
Hollows
would've
from
been-
Check's Notes 20 years ago or whenever it was?
Pretty damn close.
That's when the fucking like movie came out.
What do
Like,
you mean,
It's like-
Dumbledore?
Yeah, that was a long fucking time ago.
It was not 20 years ago.
Pretty damn close.
Fuck, it was 2007. It was 19 years
Yeah.
ago.
It's we're literally on the cusp.
Damn it.
I'm like I remember
forget
watching
that I'm
Half-Blood Prince
30
in theaters
sometimes.
Pretty young.
It does.
Yeah,
it does
I-
be like that. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was gonna say I was.
It's the only one I had seen.
I
in
was.
theaters.
I was in
I had no fucking clue it was
I think
happening.
we watched the movie of it in elementary school or just barely middle school, so it was enough time after it came for that to happen.
My mom and my aunt went
I went and
in
saw
a
it when I was
bookstore line.
10.
we were up north at Lewiston, and my mom and my aunt both went to wait in a bookstore line at like 10 p.m. or like midnight to go get the book. You know, bookstores, the place they sell books,
Mm.
not Amazon.com.
No, why would you go there?
There was like one bookstore that was like 45 minutes away because we were up north.
Okie dokie. Well, let's talk about marriage toxin. It's wedding time.
My goat.
Yippee!
Toshiki is getting married to Anna. They are wonderful and adorable. May's like, oh cool, you're going to a wedding, have fun with that. And Garo goes, you also have an invitation butterfly. And May's like, why? I don't.
Oh, awesome! Bugs, yes.
Oh,
Bugs!
yay! Bug wedding.
Bug
Yay.
wedding. We show up at the wedding. Everybody looking snazzy. And we get introduced to the needle user and his 3 fucking kids. This man is 3 goofy ass boy. He walks up, immediately fires needles into Garo's face to help rejuvenate his youth. For all his overuse of his bloodline technique.
Yeah.
He's muted talking to us. I have no idea what he's saying. Besides,
Oh.
probably I'll be back.
Good. Or he was talking.
Yep, probably.
Staring at the screen.
So we learn a little bit here. Toshiki saved Anna from a mountain climbing incident with his bugs. And then they fell madly in love and they go camping together and do a bunch of cute, adorable shit. There's a bunch of fun bugs in the area. It's great. We find out that Garo's gonna be giving a speech. But there's something weird going on. A dude showed up here. A dude who plans to blow everybody up, including the bride, because he's got beef with Toshiki. And Garo kind of tunes in that something's not right. Something doesn't belong here. He's like, yo, May, I need you to cover for me. I'll be back. And May's like, you have a best man speech, essentially. What do you mean you'll be back? You owe me for this. And then we get an
You owe me
adorable...
so much sushi.
We get an adorable spider that tags along.
Junior.
Yep, to help Garo defend the wedding. Garo takes out all the lackeys with simple ease. And the dude's like, okay, poison master, poison user, you wanna use your bloodline or something? And Garo's like, don't need it. We're gonna do this the simple way. You are not worth my time. And he goes, oh, really? And attempts to explode him. While doing so, we get 2 separate backstories here. We see Garo saves some people from something, and then gets a call from Toshiki, who invites him out to drink non-alcoholic beverages. And Garo immediately assumes it is because he wants to get in with the Poison clan. And he's like, no, I just want to share a drink with you. Like, that absolutely nothing to do with your family. And later we elaborate on this more, that, there's a couple of different interactions here. Toshiki does a lot for Garo to, make him feel like he's not a tool that his family is using, and kind of push him in a direction that is to exist as a person, to have a friend, and not someone who's using him for the family. And the same way we see that, Toshiki's father brings him to one of the Poison family estates, and is essentially like, hi, use my son like a tool. He's a bug. Treat him as such. And Garo's like, this is not worth my time. That's a man in front of me. That's a person. That's not a bug. Get out of here. Meanwhile, this dude, whose name I should know because it's on a piece of paper, but I forget. Dude who has bombs inside of his entire body. Bomberman, if you would. We see that he was in massive amounts of debt, and so he got taken in by the puppet master, to have his body remodeled into bombs. And Toshiki kind of ruined his day by stopping him, but also told him that, like, he could, like, do so many other things that weren't crime, and he should maybe consider that. And so he actually doesn't think he's too bad of a person. And so while May gives this wonderful speech about Garo's relationship with Toshiki, and how happy he is for his friend to get married to a beautiful woman, and how he's looking to do the same, Garo just fucking with the help of the spider kicks this dude's ass, until the puppet master is like, okay, we're gonna detonate you at the wedding chapel. And he goes, nah, what if I just detonate before the wedding chapel? What if I just don't, I actually don't think I want to kill this guy. Maybe that was too far. And so the rainy day clears up into a beautiful sunset, because he's exploded. It's actually just an explosion in the distance. And then we get a bit of a conversation with Mei, the needle user, and Toshiki, where they talk about the Garo family. Mei's kind of like, it's so nice that you guys are friends with Garo and are like that, like, you help out a little guy. And they're like, oh, you don't understand how this world works, do you? Like, you don't know how the underground works. So, like, the Garo family is one of 5 major families who have a bunch of smaller branch families who are always competing to not be worthless and get discarded. So the fact that, like, we are friends with Hikaru is very much like we have done something incredibly special, and it's incredibly wonderful of him to do that. It says a lot about him as a person. And then Garo walks back and he goes, why is my marriage advisor vibing my assassin work buddies? What's going on in here? What did I miss? And then Toshiki leaves the wedding with his wife in his hands as he flies off with massive butterfly wings. It's the coolest fucking shit ever.
It's based as fuck.
And then we cut to a dude who's just killing people who are bloodline users, seemingly with no problem whatsoever, and has been given a hit to go after Garo. That's where we end the episode. There's a really cool. There's a couple. This adaptation. If you guys are gonna go read MARRIAGETOXIN, there's a really strong argument to read it from the beginning anyway. One, because the art's really pretty, and 2, there's a couple of things that are a little different between the show and the manga. There is one little small detail of a shot that gets changed that I think is really rad, which is in the manga there is a person in a wheelchair who is also being carried by bugs. It's just a really cool thematic shots. But there's way more bugs in the anime than, like, different kinds of bugs in the anime than there is in the manga. Like, they're pretty much the same, like, 4 types of bugs in the manga, whereas there's so fucking many in this one.
No, it's such a cool scene. I just adore the scene where it's just Mei talking with the other masters, who's like, no, you don't understand. Like, he's like way up there, but he comes down to our level, and we just hope you treat him well because he's always treated us well. Like, he's just such a homie, and we love him, and we hope you find someone to make him happy. Like, everyone's just rooting for Garo, which is so cool to see. And then we get like a glimpse of like that hierarchy, right? Yeah. Where it's just like, oh, that's what we got in the shot in episode like 2, where they talk about the room, and you're just like, hey, that was a shot that didn't exist before. And you have me who hasn't read the manga, just go, I wonder what that's about. But no, this episode was awesome. Bugmaster is the GOAT.
Yeah, this is a really nice. It's a nice episode. It's thematically really cool, and it does a surprising amount of world building for being like you would think like a cool down between arc kind of episode. Because it essentially goes, okay, now that we've introduced the premise that he's going to go help these girls, and you've seen that he's encountering other people who have bloodlines. Let's also explain that there is a hierarchy to these bloodlines, and you need to know that there are people who are very important.
And that he is one of the very importance, like very, very, very important.
Yeah, right, like in terms of power scaling per se, there's a reason a lot of these other masters are getting fucking clowned on by him actively.
Yeah,
it's not just like because he's the GOAT, because he is, but like poison masters in general are crazy.
But he also does inject himself with poison and goes fucking Mach 7, so that's kind of cheating.
It also does. It also
he can do that shit without injecting himself with poison. You don't fucking care.
Sure, he does kind of kick this guy's ass for a while without any additional stimulus.
No, he explicitly goes, I'm not using any because I don't need to, and then does.
Yeah, and he still flash steps around him. It doesn't matter.
It does just like style on him.
This also highlights, the core premise of this show being his family is putting stress on him and his sister to have an heir. It's not just that, like, it's not just that it's a very traditional kind of family that is important. It is they are literally one of the most important families in the entire underworld. Like, there is an additional layer of, like, this is really important that this happens in relation to how their family views this.
Yeah, if one of these two doesn't have a child, the failure to produce an heir in this is like a dropping of 20% of the entire criminal underworld. And that's like, maybe a small issue.
I do
And also-
really like how much this opens up the rest of the bloodlines, because it goes, yeah, so like, have you thought about the fact that he uses needles, and needles get laced with like poison quite frequently, and I have bugs, and bugs are venomous, and so we're both under the poison clan because we're a specialization in the thing they're a big catch-all of. And it's like, what the fuck? It's like, now that just means that a bunch of silly shit's about to happen. You could get
They're
so
gonna get
silly
very
with
vague
this.
I mean,
with
we can get
these
very
things
silly
that
with
fall
these
under
masters.
general umbrella term.
But I know I saw the dumbest comment the other day that was like, guys, why can't he just adopt a kid? And it's like, guys, it's a bloodline.
Yeah, correct.
It is not just like rigorous training. It is like literally in their genetics. So he
It says
can-
it at the start of every episode. I don't know how you can miss it.
Now, my one question would be like, in theory, his sister could have a child through other means. Like, it wouldn't like the bloodline is going to get diluted like 50% her anyways. So I don't see why that would be an issue. As long as she's the one that like has a kid, but maybe they don't have implantation in this world that we do here. Insemination, I think is the word.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
IVF.
Like technically, if you want to think about it, yeah, yes, that could happen. But the whole setup is he realizes how important love is for people, and this
Listen.
connection that his sister has is that important, and he doesn't want that to go away.
It is
No, of
also
course.
it is also probably a traditional matter of that as well, where the family wants an actual figurehead to be there too. So if she's going to give birth to the child, the person
You
who
want a
she marries
legitimate
should
heir,
actually
basically.
be like, they want it to be like as much of a couple as you can get for like show.
Yeah.
And you'd also rather it be another master because then you can get like specialty bloodline dilution probably in that way too.
And also, like, this is like an ancient, old, like very like family rooted in tradition.
Yippee,
You're not gonna be like,
eugenics.
yeah, you're like
Woohoo!
be like, yeah, they can be gay. That wasn't allowed 700 years ago. You're not allowed to do that now.
Yeah. Happy Pride.
Austin, what do you think?
Happy Pride Month.
How you feel?
I
We're not
think
talking
it
about
was
ages
it was
yet.
a fun episode. I loved seeing Bugmaster's wedding, and I do very much enjoy the gag of Kinesaki shaking him down for food. Pretty often. I
One
think
goal.
it's very fun. Yeah.
What goal?
But I think it's a cool episode. I don't think it's like incredibly significant, but I still like enjoy
Yeah.
the action, talking to the fucking little spider, and just the whimsy of it all. I'm excited to see where this master killing shenanigans goes.
I really like one. You have May's entire being laid over stuff, the fight, and then the final bit with the bomb guy when he hits you're so far, you're deeper in the underworld than me. How could you embrace me with such kindness? It's impossible. I hate you because you're doing something I physically can't do. Is such a fucking good scene.
It's so
Damn, it's so
good.
good.
It's like, how dare you be happy? Is the whole meaning of his like hate, and then like he comes to terms like, God damn it, I just want to be happy. This sucks. I'll just explode now.
Guess I'll die.
Man, this shit's the bomb.
Oh,
Nice.
Hey, we're not there yet.
You know, if I had a nickel for every time a bomb got dropped on someone this week, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
And 7
Yeah.
shows.
Also crazy that we're about to go talk about another show that brings up child divorce again. Michael? Ramparts.
Ramparts of Ice. So, like, you know how we talk about how the show is like sad? What if it just kept doing it and we're not allowed to be happy ever?
What if we did more? More.
Yeah, so this episode, the first major bit of it is we get a little bit more about Yota's family situation. First we just kind of see him go home and see the way he interacts with his family, to then have him give a little talk with Koyun, where he goes, yeah, so after his mom passed, his dad eventually found someone else, having kids with that other person. And now he feels like a stranger in this family, that his dad, his two new children, and his stepmom feel like a separate group of four, and he just exists in the house with them. Because that's not his family, because that's not his mom. And he feels separate from this group. And ouchie, that hurt. And then we also get that, which is the thing we hadn't like been explicitly told. You could kind of like maybe connect it because she never talks about her parents, literally ever. Koyun's parents are also Koyun's parents are divorced. She stays with her mom, and we get a neat little scene where we see like the name tag on their front door switch from Yuki to the Hikawa, the one we know her as now. Which, this is one of my favorite scenes of the whole episode. This explains the fucking Igarashi thing.
You know what? You know what's funny? I missed that watching it.
I
And
also
now you
did.
said it. I'm like, oh, I'm
did
such a
miss it.
fucking
She's quite
idiot.
right.
Now I know why she
Explains
doesn't
what
know her
Yeah.
fucking name.
This is
'Cause
really
in
good.
middle school, she would have been
Oh.
known by Yuki.
This show's so fucking deep. Actually,
Ah.
bump it up another spot in the power ranking. Sean.
Well, I caught the first. I was like, I saw that. I
He
paused it. I said it for a
he
minute, going,
did,
"Oh
he
my!"
did let me miss this when we watched it. He's
I
like,
was like,
Sean,
"Oh my!"
yeah.
Sean, bump it up to number 4 on my PR. I forgot about that.
It's really good. I adore
It's been a week.
that's yeah. So that's kind of our explanation for what Igarashi wouldn't have noticed. I imagine this will be explained in the future.
I'm sure they'll say it. Yeah.
But yeah, this is our first little hint as to what that is. And we get this big heart-to-heart between Koyun and Yota, where they kind of just trauma dump on each other for a bit. Where Yota goes, "Yeah, I don't feel like a part of this family." And Koyun goes, "That kind of sucks, huh? But like, kind of opening up about this stuff tends to help." And I'm gonna go back a bit in a second. But Yota ends up at the end instead of going back home and kind of reframing the way he thinks about the family and going, "Oh wait, no, this was all in my head up to this point.
It's
I
literally
kind of
his
feel like a
mom.
fucking doofus."
It was like literally his mom, I think, like waiting for him to eat before they like did something. I think,
I think.
and like
I think
them
what
like
it,
shooing away the kids and like.
I
letting them, like,
It's the
honestly-
way
breathe
that
for a
it's the
second.
way
it's
the
way
kids
the
say.
kids come over to him. Yeah.
That too.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
kids, that's
and
all.
yeah, he goes and they go, "Hey, Yoda, stay with us. You just always run right up to your room." And he goes, "Oh, it's been me the whole time. They've been
There's-
trying, and I've literally never.
I've been
haven't let
here
them
the
in.
whole
There's-
time.
I
I've
think-
been closing the door."
I think what's nice is there's something from each of the family. Like the mom goes, "You look happy," and you don't always look happy. He goes, "Oh," and the kids are like, "You always go up to your room. You like don't give us time." And, he's like, "Oh," and his dad's like, "I left
The
you."
dad's ice cream.
The dad's like, "I got you ice cream, brother. It's in there for you." And he's like,
Mom
"Oh."
goes, "Not until he eats his fucking dinner."
I think dude, this is so relatable for me because I had a moment once in my life where I was like, I forget it was in like high school, but like I was just like at home, and my mom goes, "Hey John, you know you're pretty hard to read." I'm like, "Thanks, mom. Awesome." I'll internalize that for the next checks notes 15 to 20 years. For
Wait,
reference, my
then-
birthday is in an hour and a half, and I'll be 30, and that still sits in my head rent free.
Wait,
But like it
then
was like
we-
that kind of moment where you're like, oh, maybe I am just kind of the problem in my own life.
Good.
Sometimes. Wait, then we shift back a little bit. We're gonna shift back to Koyun, back to that talk, where Koyun's talking about stuff with her family, and Yota goes, "You're such a kind person. It is unreasonable how nice you are." And Koyun's like, "No, I'm not." And he's like, "Motherfucker, let me compliment you."
And then she cries.
Because she also feels responsible in like the way she internalizes stuff with her parents, that she was the only thing keeping them together for as long as it was. And when they separated, she's like, "Well, I'm worthless now. What was even my point in existence if I can't do my one job, which is to keep my parents together?" And ouch, once again.
Oof. Ouch.
But yeah,
my
we get this
trauma.
really, really cute scene between the two of them, where they're just like sitting there, be happy, getting the tears out, you're going like, "Damn, it's really nice to get this off my chest." Especially because like if you don't, it'll lift your heart covered in soot. It's the fucking stupidest bit ever. You have to go, "In soot," and she goes, "Yes, soot."
So,
And then Yota goes, "God, I guess we're announcing everything right now. I like Miki." And Koyun's like, Fire,
Huh?
dude.
I fucking called it. I
Yeah.
fucking called it. I
Yeah,
told you
dude.
they were just homies. I
Dude.
said this in like episode 4. I'm like, they're just fucking homies, and everyone's trying to
At
ship
least for
them,
now.
but they're just the bros.
Well, yeah. Well,
It is a
We've added
square.
one more
get-
line to the
yes,
square.
we
It is a square.
It's
It is
getting
not a
complicated.
square.
it's gonna
It
be a
is
square.
a square.
We'll
No,
talk.
it's
We'll
not.
talk
She-
about it. We'll talk about it. But we do
She's
the
just
bit.
homie.
You could,
They're
you,
just
I guess you could just
bros.
call it a straight line right now.
Sorry,
We
it
haven't
is a
gotten the loop
C.
back.
Yeah.
It
we
is
have
a C
the-
right now.
we
Because
have-
know...
Yes.
Go ahead.
We have an arrow towards Koryun from him. We have her
Him
liking
tweaking.
Yuta. We have Yuta liking her, and then we have her liking Koryun as well. And you have like the bilateral arrows going to each other. It's just Yota and Koryun. That's like homies.
But
That's what it is.
yeah.
There's no love interest there. They're just.
But you
bros.
get. Well, yeah, she's the one we're missing. But you get the bit here where Koyun's like, what you don't you've never shown any. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Here.
he certainly, every time Miki's within 5 feet of him, everything's just on the floor.
Or he's in
He's
a
gone.
pole. Or he's in a pole.
Yeah. Which then leaves us with our little cliffhanger where Miki's sitting there talking
This scene
with
rules.
with the boys, and you see the 2 girls, like the 2 or 3 girls in the window going, "Is that?" Well, yeah, they're like, "Is that? Who the? That's not what she's normally like."
I'm excited for this, but yeah,
Why is she
this,
hanging out with them there?
the scene before this where they all get together for lunch.
Yeah.
And you get to do the little you do the pair offs where like they're vibing and Koyun's like, I'm gonna let Yoda and Miki be together for a little bit, so I guess I'll go talk to Minato.
Yeah.
And then
They got a
Minato
cute little thing between them.
and then Minato
And
and
then
then
Miki
Minato
looks
makes her
over and
laugh
goes,
and
"Fuck
yep,
you."
yeah, and then Miki interjects to be with Minato. And then you get Yoda and Koyun left alone, and they're having a fun time chat. They do the fucking what do they call it, Michael? What's the caption
I
for
don't
it?
fucking.
Oh, the
I don't
subway doors go.
remember.
Well, no,
Remember
'cause
what
it's
the-
it's a visor. They set up with the visor, and then
Yeah.
he
It's
sets
like
up
it's the smile blocker and the smile
yes,
blocker alpha or
alpha.
something.
Yeah, the
As
fucking
he puts up a
silliest shit
second
you've ever
can in
seen.
front of hers. As
I-
both groups look at they
So
look again, they go, "Damn, that works really well. They're cute as fuck."
I'm not a person who truly believes that like anybody should ever be like the friend zone exists. Like you have like it sucks. It's the worst. But like, oh my god, did Koyun walk up to this guy and like be the best person she could be? And this guy like looks at her and is like, "You're such an amazing human being." And then goes, "I like another girl though." That's insane work. Yoda's crazy, dude.
What do you
Like,
mean?
This is the most thematically teed up relationship I've ever seen. For the most expected. Actually, no, I don't like it like that though. Like they're perfect. They gotta do so much work to make me like any
No.
other pair as much as I like Yoda Koyun.
See, my read on this is it's so perfect because the play is that now it's gonna frame it where it's like Miki's just watching them all the time, going like, "Oh my god, they're so good. I should set them up together," even though I like Yota.
Well, she likes Minato.
He likes Minato.
Miki likes Minato.
You think Miki?
Yes.
No, I think
Miki-
likes
no,
Yota.
Miki
She
likes
flat
Minato.
out
She
said it.
does.
She likes
No,
Minato.
That is
No,
why the event at
think-
the end of the episode happens. That she doesn't like seeing Koyun with Minato because Miki wants to be with Minato.
See, that's not the vibe I'm getting at all.
He's
I'm not
gonna
gonna-
be
John,
She
being so
just like
confused.
outwardly
Literally
says it in
said
episode
it.
5. She literally tells Koyun, "Hey, I like him."
She literally on their way back walking to the classroom does the shirt sleeve on Minato, the tug to be like, "Man, mine." Because the dynamic,
These relationships.
hers
are so
is the
complicated.
first. Miki's is the first
No,
hard
pun-
confirmation you get, where it's very clear that she likes Minato, and then it's very clear Minato is falling for Koyun, and then it is Yoda likes Miki. So you've connected all. So literally, again, the only person who is sitting here without anything is Koyun because she has too much fucking trauma.
Yeah,
To know
Koyun
what
doesn't have
love
an
is.
outward arrow yet.
You know,
She
I
has
was
an
like, drop
inward
the show back
arrow.
down. Drop the show back down for. I'm
he
pissed
can't.
now.
He can't handle the love square.
I can't have no directions.
Low polygon.
What I really like about
Hmm.
this is the amount that watching this episode made me go,
It's Pride Month. We just eat the boys with the boys and the girls with the girls. Problem solved.
true.
True.
What I can't wait,
Just
I
pair
know
up.
I have to believe that in the manga there is a point where it'll finally connect that each of them likes one of them, and then as soon as that happens, one of their dynamics is going to shift the other way. And then they're all gonna rotate the other way. It's gonna be the most frustrating set of like 50 chapters ever. Where you're like,
I
we got
hate it. I
right?
hate the fact that
Yeah.
you're suggesting it. I know that's where it's gonna go, and I
it's
absolutely fucking hate it.
because it's
Oh
so
my
it's
God.
so like what I were talking about. This is one of those mangas where none of them could wind up with each other at the very end of it, and it could work just fine. Like it could be perfect. Where you're just like, yeah, fucking none of you should date any of you. This is just a fucking mess.
Yeah. Or what's gonna happen is that the moment the
Quadruple.
final line
Polyamory,
gets
yeah.
connected, everyone connects the person across from them, likes the other person, and they start going, fuck. I
Epilogue
can't,
hits.
and then it's just the all four of them saying, I can't pursue this at all. So then they all stop talking, and then it's like a 12 chapter thing of them all being awkward. Then they sit down and go, so guys, what the fuck do we do? And then they just talk it out as homies.
Counterpoint. No, imagine like the epilogue hits, and it's just like, yeah, we broke up in college. We're all just married to
Yeah.
different people.
Yeah, they
I
all
will-
just
She's actually back with Igarashi.
oh nah.
No.
No,
Blue
tough,
flag.
you don't gotta do that.
Anyone here read
My own
Blue Flag?
headcanon.
Has anyone read Blue Flag but me?
No.
Okay, no comments. Blue Flag's a fun romance that has a perfectly great ending that everybody
thought-
loves.
Blue Flag's the like part sports as well, right? Am I remembering?
No. Do any of them do? Blue Flag's is the gay Shonen Jump manga. Like that is its most notorious.
Oh, what the? There are too many. There are too many manga starting with blue.
Correct.
There a lacrosse one that starts with blue. Maybe that's one we're
Cross
thinking of.
game. Is there another one?
Whatever.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
I like my four doofuses. They're wonderful. They got to figure shit out.
Exorcist, Blue
To-
Lock, Grand Blue.
what you might be thinking of, Michael, is that
Orchestra.
the lacrosse manga is by the same author as Blue Flag.
Maybe it's just me staring at it. Maybe it is just me
Crossmanage
getting
is
the thing.
also by the Blue Flag author.
Hmm.
I think of Aoashi. I think.
Oh,
I don't think there's-
soccer. But as far as I know, not gay. But I mean, it's a sports manga, so it's as gay as
It
any sports
fucking
manga
could
is.
be.
Well, I'm looking. I'm looking here on my anime list of manga with blue in their title, and there's fucking 18 of them. So like, cut me a little slack here.
No, you're good. I mean, in fucking Shonen Jump alone, there's 3 of them. Blue Box, Blue Exorcist, just Blue Flag.
Yeah, this episode is like I appreciate. I like the depth that the added depth that they're putting into Yota and Koyun with their backstories, but the anime still kind of like frustrates me a little bit with the pacing and how much I don't care that much about a lot of the characters.
I really like this episode. As the person who was like, if we don't move the Igarashi, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we don't move the Igarashi plot point along, I'm gonna fucking shoot this show dead. This was a fine way to stall me. And I hate the fact that we've set up the Miki stuff, and I'm like, oh, I actually do like this is the one element of a character I actually am kind of I actually do think I would be cool to dive into is to do the Miki has 2 personalities that one she shows to people and one she's trying not to. Like, I actually that'd tell you that they've pre-established that I was interested in, and so I do think I am gonna really like this next episode. In my head, I'm like, what the fuck why are we putting this off for so long? I hate Michael's idea of like it's gonna be such a critical thing for Koyun that this legitimately might be like really far into the manga of when the Igarashi stuff gets resolved, and he might be right, and that does drive me a little mad, but.
Or we finish this, and then a soccer tournament happens, and then we immediately are forced into it, or something. So I think it's soccer they play. I don't fucking know. I think it's what it
Yeah,
is.
they play soccer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's soccer.
I think Yoda plays basketball.
Yep.
Yeah, bro's a fucking giraffe. Of course he does.
I'm not seeing this. Was it
I mean, I guess he could play volleyball, but like,
Only cool people play volleyball.
yeah.
I'm coping so hard. I'm like combing through the VODs. I'm like, when did this happen?
Oh my god, John.
I literally did not.
It's the episode
Don't
where
they have, like,
it's
this-
the episode where
It's
they
also
study.
possible the four of us are all in a fucking illusion where
'cause
we
I
also
thought
assume it at some
Because what I
point
thought was it
very
was just a
obvious,
situation where
but-
like he like helped her in the past with cram school and like she felt it was like too codependent, so that's why she was like mad at Minato forever. And it's like don't
Well,
get too close
yes,
to kill
that-
you and you
that's-
try to
that's
I
also
gotta fix
true.
her.
That's also true, but she definitely likes him. So much so that Koyun believes she likes him. Like she's already picked up on it. Like that's a thing in this
I mean, Koyu doesn't
episode.
pick up on anything.
Yeah, like Yoda yeah, as we saw, like Yoda goes, I like Miki, and she goes, wait, but Miki likes Minato. Fuck. Like she knows. She's locked in. The only thing she hasn't realized is that Minato likes her. Because why would anyone ever like her?
He's just coping.
And also to her, people having trouble talking to her is just an everyday occurrence. So like Minato having trouble isn't anything. It's just it's an average Tuesday for boy.
Maybe they don't ever flat out say Miki likes him, but I think if you are watching her character moments at all with him, it is so obvious she likes him. Like these are the most rom-com I'm in love with this guy scenes I've ever seen.
It was hard to tell for me because it felt like they were just like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, this is very. She's kind of a tsundere, not quite. No, that's wrong. She is the tomboy character, right? And all of her interactions with Minato are traditional tomboy crush like interactions. At least as the Tomo
beating the fuck out of him.
as the Tomo-chan expert.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Tomo-chan one trick.
Yeah. That implies I've read no other romance mangas. That's not fair. It's probably my second most read genre at this point.
First being fucking fantasy.
Yeah.
You know what? It might be third, because I might read more sports than I read romances, technically. It's close. We getting there. If you take the length of sports mangas I've read, how long they are, it definitely beats it.
So the agents of the Four Polykill, though.
Austin. If you want to call it that, sure.
Yeah.
Austin, it is
yeah.
Pride Month. Tell us about our two girls.
All right. So
You keep saying that, it's very obvious that Sakura's at least bi. Like, she definitely still loves
maybe
this
she
guy.
was.
So,
So-
Agents of the
so-
Four Seasons.
Sakura and Hinagiku are at a store. They're about to travel to Inishi. Definitely not Hokkaido. And
Definitely not.
and they're deciding on like, oh hey, what souvenirs should we get for people? They're texting with the girls of the summer. And Hinagika's getting teased about oh, don't you want to see your beloved Lord Rose? You could go see him. And Hinagiku is just like turning beet red and it's really adorable. Sakura still not too particularly happy about Hinagiku still liking being that interested in Lord Rose, and basically just try to deter her from like buying too many souvenirs. They get into like a little altercation, like a little confrontation, not too anything too significant. While the with the two agent or like winter guards that were like kind of stationed with them, but towards the middle of the episode, but nothing too like serious. Meanwhile, Itacho and Rose are both are like, yeah, we can't wait until the upcoming like conference. I want to see them both. I'm gonna try to see them both. Because they're still both most definitely down bad.
Sound horrendous.
They're down horrendous, and we get introduced to the agents of Autumn. They call it Autumn, right? Yeah, Autumn. Nadeshiko and her guard. What's his fucking name? Rindo. Yeah. They are. Nadeshiko's very young. She's like
Baby.
probably 6 or 7. She's like very childlike, and Rindo is just like playing babysitter the entire time. Although he's a little bit more attached than he's willing to let on. But alas, he does like leave her to go into like the bunker or whatever to talk with another worker of the Autumn at the Autumn Villa, and he has to sign some like security documents for the upcoming like seasonal conference or whatever it's called. And they have a conversation about like why Hinagiku wasn't able to fight back because she's 6.
She's a
Crazy,
child, and
crazy how
trauma,
that works.
and
Yeah,
in
she's
capture.
yeah, and also mentions about the
Bulletproof glass.
Well, they do talk about that, yes.
They talk about the
Yeah, they
bulletproof
talk-
glass.
yeah,
Like,
they talk about the
We really
bulletproof
splurged
glass,
on this facility, guys.
but also how like when an agent has their powers like grow with their emotions, and basically, like, so to speak. One of the things that and then the insurgents drop a fucking nuke on the Autumn Villa and
Dude,
blow it the fuck up.
The assistant makes one of the most amazing side comments I've ever heard too, where he's walking away. He's like, oh, I gotta get this ready, and then I gotta plan for this. I gotta get dinner ready, and I gotta do this. And she just goes, they wrote a lot of papers about codependency between the agents and their protectors, but I don't think you care to read those right now.
Only, in my opinion, only second to her earlier line, which was him going, I just don't get how she couldn't have done anything, and she goes, oh, you're victim blaming the woman now, which is perhaps the funniest bit I've
You
ever
hate women,
seen.
huh? You hate women?
She fucking owns the shit out of this guy.
I hope she's
so
alive.
funny.
I hope she made it out, because holy shit, bro.
Yeah, so
Oh my god.
they drop a bomb like right on
Yeah.
Nadeshiko's head. It's like bad. And she's like left like a bloody mess. There's like shards of glass everywhere.
Oh, yeah, right, she did totally die.
And then like one of the like insurgent lackeys like goes to like touch her, and she grabs onto his finger and just drains the life from him, and it just like ejects all the glass shards out, and she's still like
Out.
but like
Not dead.
not dead.
And then because of that, she just goes, let's keep this one actually. And they go, don't you remember the last one? She's like, I like the spicy ones, basically.
Like, but what if we did it again?
What if we kidnapped a different one? So we could bait in the other one.
I do really like,
Because
again,
drama.
so like, talking about a show that introduces something and then pulls the trigger on it right away. Like, I really, really like the fact that last week's episode, you have the single scene shot of Hinagiku in like surrounded by all the dolls on the bed with this woman over her that you have no context of who she is, and we immediately get some kind of answer in this episode. Like, you build that mystery more right away. Like, this show is doing wonders with the way in which it is building its story. And like now you have, and like now you've set up the perfect thing. Like, summer and spring are friends. They have a dynamic that works. And it is very unlikely that spring is not gonna go try to save this girl. Like, it is just the idea that the two of them wouldn't spring into action for this, no pun intended, is like impossible for me to see. And so what this allows you to do...
It's easy to fall into those pit holes.
Yeah. And so what this allows you to do is it allows you to set up the fact that now Winter gets a second chance to save somebody who is kidnapped. And so like you get to bring all the pieces together again and like make this work. And I'm very excited to see, because I have to imagine that's where we're going with this.
Avengers assemble.
After, of course, you get all the people higher up going, no, you're not allowed to do this. That's not legal. You have to let the automated. You have to let the automated die.
And then yeah, it's just gonna be Spring, because even Spring doesn't give a fuck if she dies.
But like, there's absolutely no fucking way that Rose is going to let another child who is an agent get kidnapped and actually back away this time. Like, there's
also
no
because
shot.
he knows for sure that Hinagiku is not gonna let that happen, especially if it's the same person.
I also immensely adore the line, like, you have when they're talking about like what happens when Hinagiku gets kidnapped. The woman's like, it didn't just impact her, it impacted all the people around her too. And like we move into like focus on Sakura, but the way that moment wraps around at the end of the episode, with seeing how Rendo breaks just in that moment. Like, you are watching exactly what went through Sakura's mind go through his in that moment. And yet still, and yeah, I did put this at number 4 though. Ain't that crazy? I really like this episode.
I will say though, that bomb, Austin, must have been a grass type bomb, because it broke the Rendo.
I hate you.
It's a Pokemon.
For me, I think an element of this episode that was why I put the other stuff above it that I did though is that I think the real meat of what makes this episode works is the end of the episode hit, right? Like, I think without this, the rest of the episode is just kind of fine the whole way through. Which was really where I was in my head.
It's moving things forward. It's taking its time. We're introducing the last season. Yay, everybody! Last season, yippee!
But we're also like,
it'd be a shame if something tragic happened in this bulletproof warehouse.
But like, we're also retreading a lot of the same dynamics still about Sakura, which I think is a part of the episode that I would have liked to spend a little less on again. I mean, again, it worked because it goes full circle a little, but.
I think the big thing too is just like the way it moves so fast at times in this show that it can be a little bit like whiplashy, where it's like, oh yeah, we're introducing this new thing. Oh, we're just gonna kidnap her right away. Okay, we're just gonna drop a bomb. Okay, awesome. That it can feel a little bit like disjointed at times for me, at least. I'm not complaining, because I literally was like, they were cutting to it, and as he like crossed the window, I went, and bang, and then here comes this bomb out of the corner of my eye. I went, oh no! And you see it moving like slow motion, and like the slow recognition of like, that looks kind of like a bomb that's about to explode. But that couldn't happen. That'd be great.
It is a little crazy that both of them live this.
Yeah.
They're like the only two that live this. Which part of it is probably like the power of the seasons, like protect them a little bit, you know? We see it enhances their abilities at least a little bit, at least for our winter friend. And
still crazy though.
It's still definitely
is still a bomb.
It is still a bomb. It is still a bomb.
Very cool, still bomb.
Very cool story, bomb. This shit was crazy. What do you think about it, Michael?
I mean, yeah, I did like the episode. I really like Rendo. Everything with him, his interactions with the agent, the woman in the chair, fucking just like, hey, fuck you.
She has some wonderful. They have some wonderful character skits in the way they move.
She is Absolutely dead, by the way. We saw that hand twitching under the rubble, is what I was hearing out of the corner of my ear. She is toast.
I think that what this show really excels at is one, the characters, and two, I think it's the show's dialogue is what makes these characters function so fucking well. I adore every fucking time Hinagiku and Sakura are talking. They are so consistently written. It the way they have Hinagiku talk in this like really broken speech pattern fucking works every time.
And then finding out like
It's-
exactly why it worked too last episode is just like so crushingly like, oh no.
Yeah, like this episode introducing the automaton to immediately pull the rug on you to go, the
Oh,
plot.
she's adorable. I want to protect her. Oh.
Should've
Oh,
known.
Oh,
she's
sadly, I
protecting.
can't stop a bomb. Ooh,
She's sitting in her
Should've
chair,
known.
kicking her legs, all cute, waiting to say, I'm gonna have tasty treats with my protector. Oh, that's a bomb.
That's not very.
That doesn't look very good.
And I love the way they show her power because it makes so much sense that the fall power would be draining life from something, because that's kind of what fall is always visualized as, that it pulls away all the green of summer.
Mhm.
It's like the exact antithesis of the spring, right?
Yeah.
And so it's
And we also get introduced to like the definitely the big bad. We don't have like much of a name. I don't think.
We just
No,
know
I
we
don't think we
will.
get it.
No.
I prefer to call it the big baddie, Austin.
Yeah, she's kind of a baddie.
She's kind of a baddie though. Like she ain't giving no fucks either. Like, we could kill it, but we could just capture and torture this one too. Could be fun.
Could be fun.
This one's even younger. We could break her mind even quicker.
I don't
I
like
was
the way that
clicking
you
back
said
to
that.
I don't like the way they're doing it in the show, but here we are, Austin. We're kidnapping children, okay? We're taking them to an
Fucking-
island.
Clicking back to the episode, and I got to the final, essentially the final scene where he's
I'm not doing
walking
it.
forward,
Yeah.
and you have like the piano playing as it cuts back and forth between what would have been a
Mm.
normal walk up for one of these little moments, and the blood stain in front of
Bomb.
him, and it's like, oh god, this hurts. This
I
seems
mean,
phenomenal. I
you get-
fucking love this.
you
scene.
get
From
the
the bomb factory.
You get the buildup of him being
It's
like,
a
I am
bomb.
going to protect, I will protect you. And she goes, from what? And you know his answer is going to be everything, right? Like, it's the
Mhm.
only thing he could possibly say to her in that moment. Like, it is incredibly well done.
Mm.
The show rules.
It's just great.
We can't say enough how much, like, this is probably the biggest... Of all the shows that, like, we knew were going to be good, this is, like, probably the one that I think the least amount of us knew it was going to be this good. A pleasant surprise. You know what's crazy? We're on our last show.
Wild.
Yippee!
That's right, guys. It's time to talk about Nippon Sangoku.
Yippee!
So, let's go. We have the updates. It's war, baby. It's not looking good for our Yamato crew. We don't have any confirmation of... The only person we are hard confirmed is that the Stellan's definitely dead. We don't really know who else for sure is dead from the rest of his group, but I assume 80%, if not all of them are. They do give us a number, and it's definitely not actually all of them. There are definitely some survivors from it, but the fight does not go well for them. And so we see that that Oga meets back up with her troops as she's getting ready to keep pushing through Yamato territory. And she's like, yeah, I need my general to rest up because I'm gonna need him if we're gonna keep killing people. There is one small problem. What do you mean that Ryumen's not where he's supposed to be? What do you mean he went back? That's not... we should be fine, she says with confidence. Surely nothing is going to change, and things are going to be okay. Meanwhile, we come back to baby Tyra, having having a grand old time. He is just they're just relaxing, chilling, everything's cool. It's weird that Ryumen's not here yet. That is a little strange. It's also weird that the other general who was supposed to be here isn't also here yet. But that's fine. There's no messenger? Man, he's probably taking a while. Dumb people do dumb things. Meanwhile, Sugo's like, this isn't good. The messenger's not here. He definitely should have been here. And Baby Tyra's like, shut up. And we know, because we get a scene, with Nagao, where he is talking with the other safe forces, and they're like, yeah, plan's going great. In fact, he got a nice little letter from Oga that compliments him on his his work that he's done, and he cherishes it because he's fucking madly in love with her. And he's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Ryumen's not here. He fucking ain't coming here. So at this point, we're gonna kill them all in their sleep. And they're like, why would we do that? We were ordered to keep them all here. And he goes, yeah, but like, that was assuming Ryumen was gonna show up. The plan was to keep him here. So since he's not here, are we all just gonna... He says that... I got a real kick out of this slide where he looks at his soldiers and he goes, all you have done during the set of events that have happened so far are whip me and party. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna kill some people. And he's like, but it's really important that nobody from the Yamato forces figures out that Ryumen's gone backwards and he's not gonna be here. And they're like, don't worry, we handled the messenger, it's fine. And they're like, so the plan is, in the dead of night, we're gonna do the raid thing again, and we're gonna go one by one taking out units of the Yamato forces. And so they get ready to set that up. We get a scene with Sugo and man whose name I don't remember.
Nagamine.
Yeah, thank you. The deputy clerk. Or the deputy auditor, I believe. The one who he works right under Baby Tyra.
Fuck, I don't remember his name.
Don't worry, it won't be important in the long run. But they're talking. He's here to change Sugo's clothes and rebind him, I guess. And Sugo's like, why are you doing this? This is like, anybody could be doing this. Why is someone of your position doing it? And he's like, this is what Baby Tyra wants me to do. He makes me do this because he trusts me. And he's like, and I do this because it will put my family in a good, safe spot. And Sugo goes, and that's exactly how he uses you, and how the Tyras use people, is they know that your family makes you vulnerable, and they know that it is a way to manipulate you. But that's okay, because I am also doing all the things I am doing to keep my family safe. And then we cut back to Nagao's forces, and he's like, okay, gang, we're about to go do this. Is everything set? And they go, yeah, there is just like one strange guy in like with like really long disheveled hair just like walking around. We lost track of him, and he's like, that's fine, it's probably a robber, it's cool, whatever. Definitely not important. Definitely not an oversight. But let's go kill all the Yamato forces. Rule: no gunfire. Do not fucking shoot anybody. And it seems to be going, but they walk up, they kill the two guards, they do a cool little whistle thing. We get this really cool scene where all the safe forces are walking in a line, and then as they go to break off into all of the the in rooms, they like split in a really cool walking pattern. It looks sick. And then we head back into Sugo's room, and they hear people walking, and the deputy auditor's like, oh, the guards must be coming. I told them to ring the bell. That's weird. And Sugo goes, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 sets of footprints. That's bad. And immediately the dude dies at the door. To which they go, cool, General Sugo, it's glad that we get to kill you. That's gonna be great. And Sugo looks at them and goes, what a bet. And then immediately fucking pressure points this man and makes him vomit and goes, cool, you guys have like 10 minutes before he dies. You should go get a medic. Or do you want to stay here and try to kill me and let him die? And they go, that's funny, we're gonna kill you. And he goes, nope. I kicked the shit out of these 4 or 5 guys while still bounded. It rules. One of them kind of half stabs him a little. He does get a stab on him. and Sugo's like kind of getting ready to go anywhere but this room while tied up. And we see one of the safe forces is still alive and gets ready to pull a gun. And we cut back to Nagao, and he's like, cool, that went well. We'll move on to the next area. And then the gunshot rings out, and we cut, it's Baby Tyra shot the guy dead. And then it just unloads the rest of his gun into other people. And then kind of breaks down to Sugo. Now, this is important. I don't 100% trust this shit kid. He could 100% still be playing this. But boy, is this gonna be the greatest fucking thing ever if this is 100% genuine from this kid. It's a political drama. I really can't get a good read on him. I legit don't know. But, like, we have this kid who is vulnerable, who no longer looks like the absolute worst human being because he's been a little roughed up and he's gone through some shit, so now he looks like a real kid. Like, he looks like a real vulnerable kid. And he takes the sword that's in Sugo's arm and just pulls it down to cut all the ropes off, and he goes, and he's like, I was wrong. You were clearly right. And Sugo gives him a lecture where he's like, do you think... Because at first he's like, I want to kill you. Because this has gone so wrong and I've lost everything. Like, I want to kill you. And Sugo goes, do you think that you can kill me? And then with your injury, get out of here alive. And then assuming that you do, rally the remaining Yamato forces and fight off all of the Sei forces here in the area. Do you think you can do that? If you can't, if you can, kill me. And that's when he cuts him free. And then Sugo goes, cool, you and I are getting out of here, kid. And Baby Tyra has a really great line where he goes, when we get back, assuming we get back home, I have a lot of questions for my dad. I have a lot of things he's gonna have to answer for. And these two make their way out through, avoiding the Sei forces. And they turn a corner, and Nagao is there with, like, 3 guys, and they just fucking gun the 2 of these down. Not enough to kill them, but enough to gun them down pretty bad. And then Nagao gets ready, he monologues a little bit, and he's like, I'm doing this for her, and it's gonna go great. And then he gets ready to shoot him, and they do the fucking cutaway from the gunshot twice. They do it twice, and a different man has shot Nagao. And this is Shiryu Nagami, who is the left general. The guy who was supposed to be at the bridge, whose forces hadn't moved. He has moved all of his forces to the river, to a different riverbank, and they are here stealthily. And he's come to save Sugo and Baby Tyra. And so he's like, we're meeting up with my forces because they're gonna patch you both up, and then we're gonna kick the shit out of the Sei forces. And they do that. They do that off screen. They just fucking win this battle. It does not go well for Sei at all. And then the episode cuts back to the area where Altaru and Asuma are, and they're watching the public kind of get ready to riot. They're calling for war because their people are being attacked, and Asuma's like, the only reason this has happened, they're like, this has happened too fast. There's no reason that this much rioting and, like, picketing for war should be, like, news should not have traveled this quickly here. And it's like, that means somebody is intentionally trying to get us to go to war and taking advantage of the situation. The only person with that much power and authority to even do it would be Tyra. And that's not good. And then something clicks in Altaru's brain, and he's like, I can't do dinner with you, Asuma. I have to go somewhere. I now know what Kaku was trying to tell me. He doesn't tell him that, but it clearly, whatever Kaku was trying to get to him has clearly clicked in his brain, and he's gonna go do something. I don't know what this is. My brain could not piece together what the fuck this is that he's figured out.
I imagine, so it looks like there's a bar called the Frog Bar.
Yeah.
That sells, like, fried frog. And I think
There's
there's
like
an
an informant
there.
Yeah.
Or it might just be Kaku. Like,
That would be crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised with this man.
We also had a really good scene where the news gets broken to Ryumen that the Castellan had died. And he's obviously, as much as a hardened war veteran can be, hurt by the news. And he talks about, like, the kind of drink the Castellan liked, and that Kaku would have enjoyed meeting him if he had gotten the chance. It's a very nice scene. Because Ryumin kind of fucking rules as a character.
He's based as
He's so
fuck.
fucking cool. He's gonna die at some point, but he's so cool.
Oh god, yeah.
He's so fucking
Bro
dead.
has so many death
I
flags.
feel this way about almost every character in this goddamn show. I'm like, this character's so cool. They look so cool. Like, Michael and I were watching this. Goes talking with the deputy in the room, and they're like, "Yeah, I just had my 4th kid." And Michael's like, "Well, Sego's fucking dead. There's no way he's fucking out of this alive." Biggest death flag ever is I just had another child on the way.
Bro, planting all the death flags you could possibly plant.
The OST in this episode rules. The OST is so good in this
good.
episode. This episode also just fucking goes. It just flows the whole way. Like, it's cause 80% of it is the night raid. Michael and I talked about this too. Like, you are focused on this night raid and you go just from scene to scene to scene to scene so quick that this episode just feels like it ends so fast.
Yeah, I legitimately like I was like, damn, we're only halfway through that. We're done with the episode. The fuck?
Right?
This show tends to normally has like a lot of time where it's just characters talking about what armies are doing, what politicians are doing. And in this episode, it is just characters in the moment talking about the events actively happening or just doing. So it feels so much faster because it's just action, action, action.
Yeah.
Not even like in terms of like that it's like they are doing thing. And also like I can't believe the show fucking does the fake out gun thing. And you're like, oh, they never do it again. They do it again.
5 minutes
Immediately.
later, do the
That is
exact same
Second
thing.
time.
God, the Sego kicking people's asses while
God,
fucking
it's-
in bondage is the coolest thing.
It's so sick.
He's so terrifying. Like, again, anytime you have generals named left and right, like the left and the right of your
If I had a
commander,
nickel
yeah, for every
each of our
left and
shows,
right.
the characters named left and right.
And the left had long hair and the right was a big burly person, yeah. These two rule. Sure, like, oh, dude, I personally have such a hard time looking at this child and believing him. Like, there is a part of the back of my head where I'm like, this is all part of his father's schemes, and it only benefits him to go along with it. That, like, I can't believe it to be true that this kid might be having a change of heart. It's just so hard for me. I want it real bad for it to be the case.
So I kind of see it as Denki, his dad,
Yeah.
actively knew that Tonotsugu was going to die,
Yeah.
and it was just to rally support to continue the war.
I think so, but like there
Because
is
the
I mean,
idea
and to get
is-
himself promoted.
It-
Like his
because
whole goal
if
is just to.
Tonotsugu dies, it puts bad for Ryumon because it means Ryumon failed.
Mhm.
If he gets back, it means that he was right, which gives him more power.
Yep.
So no
And
matter what, he is up.
and because he's back home, waiting with a stronger military force that can come in and save the day, he can usurp Ryamon's position regardless of the outcome. He doesn't care if his kid dies. His kid's a dumbass anyways. He knows that.
now we're in a complicated position, which, like, what this sets up a really interesting political position where, like, now Denki doesn't want his son to get back. If any news gets to him that his son's alive, there's like it is actually in his benefit to kill his kid before he gets home.
Especially because his
Yeah.
kid also has connected a lot of the dots
Yeah.
and understands, hey, this shouldn't have happened. My dad was wrong. He set me up to die here, basically. Please save me.
It
Like,
was
I
the
will-
most
Actual mouth of,
obvious
like,
trap
I'm
of all
totally
time.
I'm totally willing to kill my own kid is insane here.
Bro, he actually credit to the little brat though. Bro pulled a fucking 180 in this episode, and I'm like, okay, if he's true to his word, and isn't,
redeemable.
the problem is, and the reason why I'm worried about it is he is his father's son, and there's a 95% chance the second he gets back, he's just gonna turncoat right back around, blame it on the
Yep.
guy that saved him, and then just take all the credit and get his own, So
I think the only way that the only way that there's a middle ground that works is if they do make it back, and it's blatantly clear that if he doesn't turn on Sego, he dies. because I think that is the only way that Sugo would respectfully go along with it, right? If he's standing there with a child who's about to be sentenced to death by his own father, and he's like, well, if the kid backpedals and takes his father's side, he knows the truth and he can grow to be a better person at the cost of... I could see Sugo doing that. Especially because we've established he's a family man who cares about kids. Like, I could imagine him being like, I will die here to let this kid grow to be an ally that can help the Yamato forces. I'm really excited, but Michael and I were like, oh cool, they have a pincer attack now, because they just have all their forces behind the Sei forces now.
It's crazy, man.
Should this be number 1? I don't know. Again, the OST for this episode
was
fucking
sick.
rules. This episode rules.
This
I
episode is
very much
great.
enjoyed
This
this
episode's just sick.
I like Realmon. He's cool.
He's so cool.
They're so cool.
Again, he's just fucking the... He's a character straight out of the Golden Kamui authors' works.
Yes.
Like, he's just one of those cool-ass old war vets that just rules. He's a little less unhinged than one of those characters would be. So far.
So, fun fact, I watched Seven Samurai again for the like 4th time recently, and he is just the main samurai from that. Like, straight up 1 for 1.
Oh,
Even looks like him.
we also get what I think is is a really fucking cool line, even if it's a little cheesy, that comes out of Oga as they're getting ready to go to war, where she's like, okay, so we're gonna run into Vyumen's forces. I guess we're going dragon hunting. That line rules. That line slaps.
Mm-hmm. I'm sad we don't get like some cheesy like Naruto type thing where when Ryumon's like mourning the death of the one guy, doesn't like put a lighter up to light his ghostly cigarette like the fucking Shikamaru Asuma thing. Sickest scene in all of Naruto.
I'm also sad that,
So
I'm
good.
also upset that Sadness and Sorrow doesn't play. The goat track. Man, what's absolutely crazy is you look at our power rankings this week, and like a bunch of shit just moved around for like all of us. Like a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that was top last week like swapped. Like a lot of stuff just swapped around a lot for all of us. And it's like it goes to show that like what the fuck do you do with this, with what we have? Like it's so difficult to decide.
And I think a lot of times, even when we have like really strong seasons, we have like a pretty locked in, like these are our top 3 and 4, but like the next 4 are still really good. They're just not on the same caliber. This certainly feels like we
are pulling teeth.
7 shows that all have the ability to be in that top 3 enough to be happy with them.
We have
As of now,
7.
it's 6 shows, but like, you know.
Okay, but like dead ass, we have 7 fall 2025 winners here.
Yeah.
Like if Daemons
Fall-
was to
Fall
make it
Fall.
out of this week and get like number 1 or 2 of the season, I'd be like, yeah,
My
yeah,
thing
sure,
with
go,
Daemons is
go
it's-
ham,
it's-
Daemons.
It's 24. I don't know if it gets there in 24, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because spring 2024 though, this crew fucking kicks the shit out of spring 2024.
What was
Is
spring
that the Sasaki and
2024?
Miyano one? The one
That's-
that we always.
No, that's Kaiju. That's Kaiju, Windbreaker, Yatagarasu, Girls Band Cry. Were the top 4.
Windbreakers was
Yeah,
real
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, Spice and Wolf, it was a top 5. Technically, we did a double.
I don't know
vote.
if
4 and
Daemons
5.
kicks a shot at Windbreakers.
No, I think we had
Breakers
a
like a
genuine top
person.
3. I thought for that season. It's just
So,
that.
so we had a top 3, but Girls Band Cry and Spice and Wolf, Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf went off the same week.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
went off as a shared 4
but
and
like
5.
if I think about those
I forgot
5,
you got shot off jellyfish.
we sure did. If I think about
Oh,
those,
dude, we hate.
Hey,
I couldn't stand that
Yuzakura.
show.
if I think
Jellyfish had a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
strong start
sure.
and then fucking nosedive them immediately.
like I think about those 5 shows, and like I really like Windbreaker and Girls Band Cry. And
Mhm.
and
Austin, that show
Yatagarasu
didn't air during June.
and Yatagarasu's the place where Yatagarasu ends is a crazy payoff. But like Yatagarasu would not live through this pack to get to that moment
No.
at all. And like
It barely lived through that vote. that was like
Yeah,
a really
that show got
close.
wheeled. That show got
3, 4,
wheeled
5.
twice.
Okay. Like after we decide who the loser is, like let's go back through like the top 3 of each of the past so many
Just do all of
seasons and
it.
see
Just...
see which like where we think that like this one, because I think this is like pivotal
I think
week
this
number 1.
I think this pack clears summer 2021 mostly, because that is Realist Hero, Sunny Boy, Vanitas. I really like Vanitas. I really like Sunny Boy, but like,
Yeah, we got but we got to scrape the bottom of like are you saying that whatever gets voted off is better than like all 3 of those shows?
I don't know if I would say, yeah, let's hold off and see what it is. I guess that's fair. Oh, who did it? Which one of you fuckers did it? Was it John or Michael? Was it you,
I'm
Mason? You pulled
certain
up
it
the
was
wiki
Michael.
page? Who pulled up the Wikipedia page
I'm
for Jugumo?
certain it was Michael.
It's,
No.
Michael
it's John.
Or
Michael looks too confused.
Was it John?
John's got a fucking
Ja-
smirk.
John's got a
Mine-
smirk. John's got a fucking
If we're talking about
smirk.
nicknames, mine was a Big Chungus.
Oh, that's true. That
That's-
is very. Unless
I
Sean
was
hasn't
certain.
voted it.
I was certain it was Michael until I saw a Big Chungus, and then it immediately changed.
What, are you guys talking about Juguma
Yeah.
Goku no Sukude?
Or is it Austin? He's
Goku no-
fucking with us.
Goku no Desu-
No. I
Suzuki
was
Suzuki
dreading
no
week
Naoko.
5.
Okay.
Sugiyamatsu.
Nanatsu Furaimatsu.
Who am I waiting on? Mason?
No, that's
Did
you.
I not submit?
Are
you waiting on
I
yourself?
did. I
You.
did not submit. That sure is.
Yabukorochi no.
That sure is what's going on here. Don't worry about
Poppy
that.
Poppy no, shooting
Um,
gun,
so-
shooting gun, no good and die.
Shooting gun, no shooting.
So,
Good and down, Kopino
shows that
Pokemon,
have
Kosuke, and
shows that are
shows.
completely safe: Witch Hat, Akane, Marriage Toxin, Agents, and Nippon. Ramparts has 2 slays. Daemons has 4. So yeah, let's so here, okay, so Daemons. I think Daemons could clear Realist Hero in that season. I think Daemons could make it to a top 3.
I'm biased.
Yeah.
I've read every light novel except for the most recent one of Realist Heroes. I really like that one, but
Was Real
Probably.
Heroes 3 that season?
probably
Those 3. Yeah, it was Vanitas, Sunny Boy, and
Realist
Realist
Hero.
Hero, which
Just
I think
Realist Hero, honestly, that show had no right being as good as it was.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Daemons has a
That was
chance
fun.
to beat
Fun
out
to
Buddy Daddies that season.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
Just stampede Buddy Daddy's Telma.
I don't think
Daddies.
it
There's
does
more that I
not
think it
clear.
could definitely hit that top.
It does not clear fall 2021 at all, because that top 3 is Reiki King, Senpai, Blue period. I do not
Yeah,
think
no.
it gets there. That's a
Not at
really
all.
solid top 3. It gets fucking somewhere in winter 2022, because I don't fucking know how that season's the train wreck. That's
the Sakamiano one,
that
right?
that is the Saki Miyano Bisco dress up darling.
I think that clears all 3.
It definitely hits that top 3. It has a chance to take.
Because I think realistically it gets. What's really funny about this? I think realistically it survives to top 4, and then Sasaki to Miyano probably gets voted off, and it goes there, and then that vote's completely different. That vote is not the
That
nonsense
vote's a bunch of
bullshit that is
nonsense
Sasaki
again.
Miyano. This is tough. Spring 2022 is Aoashi, Daemon, Spy Family.
I think it could take it because people were really not high on Daemon outside of like
Me and you.
Sean.
Yeah.
We were like
Awashi was really
in on
fucking
That would
Daemon.
make it
though.
in.
Awashi was like getting to the point where they switched him to defender, like right at like
The-
that like
Awashi
end,
was kinda
right?
Yeah, they had him as defender like midway point of the season.
Like that shit was
And, like,
good,
wow, it was
really
Spy
good. That shit was really good.
I
I don't want to discount
I-
Awashi. I love my sports
I
shows. That shit got really good.
I really like
Awashi season 2
Daemon.
happening.
Like, I love Daemon, so I have a hard time, for me personally, seeing
Yeah.
it clearing into that top 3, but next season after that, I do not think it. So here's the problem: I really don't think it clears, because this is one of those seasons where the top 2 shows had perfect top 3 attendances. That's Licorice, Recoil, Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, Call of the Night. That's a rough season.
Yeah, it doesn't clear those.
It's tough because we're only 7 episodes in, so like it could be really
Yeah.
good, but Also, fall 2022 is Bocchi the Rock, Witch from Mercury, Chainsaw Man. That's
Yeah, no.
That season was just kind of the goat, bro.
I think it
'Cause it's
definitely
the
has like
goat.
a chance to make it really far that season because 4 and 5 were reincarnated as a sword in Eminence of Shadow, and I could definitely see it
really like
breaking
Dude,
into
Reincarnated
Eminence
as
was
a
5.
so good.
Reincarnated as a sword was so adorable. That's
Eminence
tough.
where he fucking hits the
That's how-
fucking like
I am
base.
atomic.
That was also Blue Lock.
No, that's a good.
Crazy
That's such a good
Blue Lock
fight,
sword.
though. Like
Blue Lock being
reincarnated as
6
a
is
sword
crazy.
had no
It
right
probably-
to be as good as it was.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I think like some people on this podcast would force it above sword at 5, but I think it dies there because we were having such a good time with Eminence. We were having such a good time with Eminence that season.
Yeah,
kind of
maybe,
inclined to agree.
maybe it clears Buddy Daddies. I think you might be right about that season. It definitely isn't holding a
Yeah.
candle to Trigun
I
and
think
Tomo.
I think it
No.
can hit that top 4 because the number 4 there, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale.
Ooh.
5
Yeah.
being 5 being high card.
I
it
really
significantly
like
beats
Sugar
high
Apple Fairy
card.
Tale, though.
It
It beats
hits
high
top
card.
5 easy. Thinking back, I don't know how the fuck high card hit
Amber
number 5
would not
that
legally
season.
allow me to let it beat.
High
Sugar
card's
Apple
one of those
Fairy Tale.
shows that I don't look back fondly at all.
Mason,
Wait,
I
what
really
card
what
is-
season? What
High
season
card
was
sucks.
it?
High card.
Winter
also,
Winter
2023.
2023.
Okay.
High card was also
one
weird
of your
in that
favorite
it had
that
a
you watched.
solid start
You love
and
it.
then just didn't know what to
Oh,
do with
wait,
the
is
rest of
it
its
out?
season.
Dude, maybe I just don't
God,
remember
yeah.
how good Buddy Daddies was. Because, like,
But
Buddy
yeah,
Daddies
it
was
was
really good.
really
because
solid.
like I'm thinking about, was it just at the point that
That's
Sugar
a great
Apple
point, too.
was Sugar Apple just at a point where it was kind of slow?
It was
Because
slow.
I finished it. I really liked that first season of Sugar
There's
Apple
a
Fairy
second
Tail.
season, Sean. I didn't know there was a
know.
fucking
So-
second
Yeah,
season.
there's a
What the
second
fuck?
season of it. I need to go watch it.
What the fuck? I'm the only one that didn't know of anybody.
Where we voted it off was they were going into the like
At some point.
it was the like we're cooking in the guild and we're
Oh,
about to
that
do the
arc's
exam.
So good.
Dude, the
But
exam's
it's the
so
start
fucking
of it.
It's the
peak,
start of it,
though.
yeah,
Oh,
I could-
Fuck.
That's rough.
The exam arc was so good, though.
It is great. Buddy Daddies must have like pulled something that really made it stand out over it.
That
we
was
were
when they.
just
that was-
we-
I think that was the point when they first like turned on his like.
Maybe we were
family
just
or
having a
whatever.
good time with it.
Hey guys, we spoil stuff on the
We were.
podcast, by the way, about shows we watched like 3 years ago.
Spring 2023. I think it definitely gets here because this is Hell's Paradise Insomniac's Dead Mount Death Play.
Yeah, I think it clears
Yeah,
Dead Mount.
Dead Mount's kind of.
And there's
kinda
maybe an
bad.
argument it'll clear Insomniacs depending on
Yeah.
by that point where it's at.
It doesn't. It does not.
I
clear Hell's
wasn't
Paradise.
very big on
No.
Insomniacs. Like I
don't
liked
think
it,
clears
but
Insomniacs
I
for me
think-
or Mason.
well, Michael, that was Michael's baby.
I like Insomniacs.
I came off of Insomniacs midway through.
Really? Oh, that was you
Hmm?
that liked it a lot.
Um,
Maybe I was thinking.
I
of
did
Michael.
at first. I did
Uh,
at first, but it got slow.
I do not think it clears the winter 2024 crew because I think if it existed, Hokkaido Gals would not make top 3 and Sign of Affection would be there.
Oh, no. Hokkaido Gals getting top 3 is so wild considering how that show ends.
I feel
Protect their
I will be honest,
soul.
I feel much worse about the Hokkaido Gals over a Sign of Affection than I do Horimiya losing to Sasaki to Miyano. One of
Fair.
those is much funnier in
Fair,
my brain,
Skate.
and one of those was an
You mean
actual
Skate.
Skate.
you mean Skate? They're both gay shows, but
Oh yeah,
One
sorry.
was good.
Yes.
See, fall 2023 is a fun because fall 2023 we didn't finish. That was the season that we started and it exploded. That was the Free Run Apothecary season. Looking
That's
at
a
this, I'm like
one.
90% sure this top 3 ends up being Free Run Apothecary, Shangri-La Frontier,
yeah, almost
and I
assuredly.
don't
all
think
peak.
Daemons breaks that top 3.
God no.
There's an argument
I
again.
really
So
like
cute.
Shangri-La Frontier.
The problem is Shangri-La doesn't get to its big beat before
Yeah,
the
24.
podcast ends.
I guess.
Because what's the fucking name of the first raid fight doesn't happen until episode like 14,
Weathermon?
15. Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah, that
Weathermon
certainly
stuff.
is like the 14.
Yeah,
16
it's
top.
literally just out of our range of the podcast set. So it's tough. Like I argue there's a really strong chance that third spot is actually Undead Unluck.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
think there's also
definitely
really
free.
a chance it ends up being our dating story, the experienced you, the inexperienced me. We also really like that one. That
So like
was doing
there's a
pretty good.
there's a chance in that
That's-
season
that's
it would
good.
have
I like that one.
worked its way there.
We liked that one once they stopped showing his dumbass friends.
And
Um,
there was also the gay villainess that season as well.
True.
Oh, I'm in love with the villain.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
that
like
show was
that
good.
one.
That one was
That show was
great.
really fun.
For reference, by the way,
Wait,
the other
wait,
stuff
what's the order on that? What's the ordering in that season?
it didn't
We
happen.
didn't
We
finish
didn't
that season.
finish.
The only
Oh, right,
the only things that didn't Kawagoe Boys Sing was voted off week 1,
That
and
shit was so
MF Ghost
ass.
was voted off week 2.
Motherfucking Ghost.
Or as I have it on my thing,
Did
Missing
we talk about
Fodder Ghost.
motherfucking
For-
ghost?
For reference, the rest of the stuff in that winter season with Sign of Affection, Hokkaido Girls is Villain's Day Off and Dungeon Meshi. So,
Oh, that
so summer
miss
2024 is
this
tough.
season.
Because it does not clear Machine, because of course it doesn't.
no.
The other two shows that season are Alya and Senpai. It's an Otonoke. I once
Um,
again think my love for that show is too strong for me.
Otoko was like
I
I
really
didn't
like
watch
that
it, but
show.
like the manga was really good.
The visually,
The anime had production issues.
visually,
It's a project number 9. It wasn't it?
yeah, visually, I think
yeah.
Daemons obviously blows it out of the water, but that was one of those shows where that wasn't like. What was 4 that season, Michael? Do you know?
Elusive Samurai. 5 was
Ugh.
Wistoria.
Oh!
Sean,
No, I don't think it gets there.
No.
6 is Pseudo Harem, and I think it can definitely pass Pseudo
It's
Harem.
pseudo
Yeah.
Wistoria and Elusive Samurai are a fucking wall.
That's rough.
I really
I
like
still-
Wistoria.
Breaking the Great Wall of 5.
I still can't believe either of those shows didn't get top 3, but I also understand.
We
with, like,
hated
Alya
Gim-
and
we
Senpai
hated-
are both really
We
good.
hated Gimba a lot when it came
Yeah,
to
we
it.
did.
Gimba was really bad.
And there was enough of Wistoria being a little too generic, I think, was the general consensus
Yeah.
that held it back a bit. I don't think it clears anything from fall 2024 because that is Dandadan or Blue Box.
Nope.
Fuck.
2025 is rough because that's Medalist and Shoot Crush at work.
You clear Crush at work.
It's tough. It's a very different vibe, right?
Very yeah.
So it's
It's
hard
like
to
hard
say.
to compare, but I think it
What
would I
was-
think it would crack that.
What are the runner-ups for winter 2025?
4th was Sakamoto Days. 5th, Flower and Asura.
Oh, it definitely gets over those two, I think.
Yeah.
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 Because we were not very high on
I-
Sakamoto.
6 was
No.
mine and Sean's baby, Tasakari Hotel.
Hey, I was also on that.
I think it was more of Mason's than it was me.
That was me.
It does not
that
it
was
does
my
not
baby.
clear spring because that is Vigilantes to be hero Cinderella Grey.
God no.
Yeah. No.
That was a stacked ass.
Yeah, and also
season.
number 4 of that is Once Upon a Witch's Death. 5th is
Yeah,
Mono.
no.
I think maybe he gets over Mono. It's tough. It's a tough call.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very, very different.
Yeah.
shows.
Summer 2025 is obviously Fragrant Flower, Summer Hikaru Died City, Secrets of Silent Witch right
And-
behind it.
Yeah, it's a top 4. In 5th place being
What?
Leviathan.
It maybe gets over Leviathan.
I think it probably
Um,
clears Leviathan.
Funny British voice
It
acting
might.
is,
I think
it's a tough bar.
Yeah. I think I'd be like probably a little bit more favorite on Leviathan over Daemons on that one, but I think they're both like. I have very similar like thoughts in terms of like how much I liked them and would vote them off.
So, one funny thing about the season, I think if Daemons is in that season, it plays out really different. Because then we have another battle shonen to compare Gachiakuta to. And I
Ooh.
think Gachiakuta gets
Ooh.
farther because it has something I think Gachiakuta has a stronger start because it's built in modern shonen environment.
And also,
'Cause
from what I
Gachiakuta
understand,
goes off technically at number 6 there. Iden Klevitz has went
Yeah.
off doubled for the 6 and 7 slot.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
Which-
I actually think there's a sorry, Mason. I think there's an argument that like my biggest problem with Gachiakuta gets amplified with Daemons there because I didn't like how dark its tone was. And I thought Klevitz has handled its dark tone better. And I think Daemons kills both of them in that regard, and that this show is dark in a way that isn't overbearing to me. That's tough. Mason. What
Either
were you
way,
gonna say?
it sucks to see a good show go. It really does.
Mason,
But alas, it must.
Mason, what were
fine.
you gonna say?
no, it's fine.
No, I want to know. Mason, we're
It's
not
fine.
Mason. We're voting off your show. You're not gonna talk about a show on the next
No.
episode. So
All I was gonna say was we apparently stopped with Gachiakta right before it got like crazy.
that is what I
So-
hear.
Oh,
That is what I hear.
that's
That's like it was
unfortunate.
like the greatest like shonen show in like the last like 10
People
years.
really
that we
like
just,
it.
Stabbed.
I also don't think it gets into last season's top 3 for what it's worth either. Cause, like, what the fuck do you
Yeah.
do against Sentence Journal polar opposites?
And also the wall that is fate,
Fate.
strange fate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is fate.
Fate
So-
standing there going, not allowed.
Did you continue watching Gachiakta after elimination?
I did not.
I did not. I watched a little bit more, but I need to catch up.
Yeah, that's one of those shows
I
I guess
feel
I
like I'm-
have to go watch.
I feel like it's better if I read it, if I'm being honest, because I've heard really good things about like the graffiti art in the manga.
The art's great from what I've seen.
Yeah. In fact, I've seen a direct comparison between its art and Boruto. Of like people
Huh.
ragging on Boruto's action not looking as anywhere
Oh,
near as
okay.
like
Hey,
Look.
but guys, but guys,
it
Boruto
was
had
a-
that one fight that was really cool.
it's a point of like which one of these is a monthly manga do you think?
Yeah.
You know how we rag on Oda for bad paneling sometimes? Kishimoto doesn't
Boruto
know a
is-
panel layout that is more than 5 squares on a page. Or 5 rectangles on a page. He does not have slanted panels ever. Sometimes he does one big he never does double page spreads. I guess he's
That-
not the one drawing,
Yeah.
but he's the writer, and even then he's storyboarding, so he's creating most of it, I imagine. Maybe
Maybe he's just
I don't
super
fucking
hands
know.
off.
maybe.
Maybe One Piece is just the go, bro.
It makes me wonder like it makes me wonder what's hated more by its own fan base between Boruto and Yasuhime. Because I also know people aren't super high on Yasuhime either. And it's the exact same situation where like she stepped away and gave approval for someone else to do it. It's funny how neither of those have gone particularly well. And then there's JJK, where its follow-up worked
Mudo.
better because they didn't do it the same way. They spaced it out long enough that it worked.
Poor Yuji.
But yeah, we'll be back next week where we bang our head against the wall a lot.
Yeah, once again we'll have to just
Yeah.
I mean, right now we have a front runner for what it's gonna be next week, so we'll have
Yeah.
So Ramparts has it's the only other thing with Slays on it. So
Fair.
we'll have to
and
see.
it's been somewhat consistently sitting low on a few people's lists. So
I mean, so we'll have to see where we sit after watching everything for it, but it'll be interesting to see.
So show. Have a good night, everybody.